I'm going to start it.
Explosions.
No, we seem to be taking along okay. All right, so we spent an extra, I want to say, 5 minutes poking the bot, but I think it worked. So we're using the D1C3 dice bot on Discord, and it has a lot of handy functions, internet, because we're live right now. And we've actually figured out, because last time we played around with setting the Destiny pool, and now we figured out how to actually do that. I guess what we would do normally is what it wants you to do is set it at like 2 light first and then roll them.
Yeah.
But we figured that out, and we also figured out duty. So everybody remember your wound thresholds and whatnot. Lucky
Oh, no.
Emote.
That's great. Remember. I think it's cute. In a kind of creepy way.
Okay.
Okay, Meg, you might have to mute that chat now.
Probably. I was probably gonna have to mute it anyway because they're chatting about kits and stuff. Okay, that sounded a little soft to me.
It's just a left
Let me push my points closer. Oh, it's hot right now. All right,
We have a lot of gun in this chat.
Yeah, we have a lot of gun emotes.
But there's a lot of really good gun images. Mashu gun, Carmilla gun,
and
Rhyme
click
gun.
clack, and Aramaa click clack or something.
Yes.
Aramaa, click clack.
Mercy
Yeah, that was like really long.
It's a little warm. Okay, but we have Roll Duty and Destiny and all that stuff. And I believe you guys, I hope somewhere in there you figured out the initiative tracker, because I saw the other day you guys were playing around with a lot of bullshit, and it was too much for me to read, so...
Yes,
I didn't even pay attention to all of it. I just asked them to tell me about it later.
Well, yeah, I saw that stuff was happening, but I'm like, I'll let them talk about it later. We'll figure that out.
The Game Master, you have the right to make them demand them tell you.
You lost the track of that one there, Axe. Okay. Yes. Alright. Sorry. Lost focus for a second. Anyway, let me get my notes out. Spooky Mansion.
Well, I guess
Sorry about that. Let's just ask you about dinner.
my air conditioning turned on.
No, that's good.
We can't hear it at the very least.
Well, no. The way that this house works is we have those Japanese-ass air conditioners that get mounted on the wall, but since they're all on one system, one person can't run heat while the other person's running cold, and vice versa.
Ooh.
So it's central air, but you have an individualized unit? That's a little weird.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I have central air, which is why I'm hot right now, because my room is closed up because I'm recording, so...
Well, it's individualized.
The hot room air is not yet going out into the thermostat area.
It's, It works because basically if everyone's running heat, you can have it on various levels of heat. It's just one person can't run heat and another person can't run cold at the same time.
Ah.
Okay, so Marth appears to have shown me the thing, which is basically you type the initiative roll and you tell it whether you're a PC or an NPC, and it'll calculate and add you to the order.
Yeah.
And then you say in it next star net triggers to go back and forth.
The only thing I'm wondering is how do you remove individual fucking people from the order?
Yeah, I think there is a way to do that.
It'll be in the command. We'll figure it out if you have to fight anybody. Okay.
It's called a knit modify.
Alright, so get that open.
This reminds me that I need to actually work after I get through more of my talents, put a point in both vigilance and cool, so I at least get 2 yellows on my initiative roll.
Do you though? Do you really? You don't actually need initiative for shit. You just piggyback off whoever goes first. It doesn't matter if you roll good, just so long as one person rolls good, and then you take that slot, Quick Strike Boy.
Omega's not wrong.
No, I mean, that's the beauty of this system. Axe doesn't need good initiative. He just needs the one of you just needs good initiative, and then Axe can just take it because he's got all the go first abilities.
And depending on what happens, I usually end up going last.
Yeah, you usually take last no matter what, just because.
Yeah.
The only time Boots goes early into conflict is the melee men are like, but I want to punch, so maybe we should let the clone trooper shoot first.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot you guys in the back.
Yeah. They also don't want to get shot in the back. It sucks, as we've seen.
Just sudden glare at Camo.
That would probably really suck now because Camo started tricking out his guns.
Oh god, yeah. It would actually
it's a real bad idea.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to make.
Because I got an extra point. I got my.
Okay. We know. You're good.
Calm down.
You're good, my dude.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Lucky?
Oh no, I was just that reminded me to go look up something.
Well, now's a good time to look up what you spent your initiative on, everybody.
You mean experience?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Learning opportunity.
I'm ready for a mansion crawl.
It's we're 5 minutes into this recording.
Okay,
This
so
is
I
pretty
got
normal.
learning opportunity. This whenever I fail a roll and have 3 advantage, I can spend to upgrade my next roll,
Oh, okay, that's pretty useful.
and it's only once
I-
per round.
Oh, neat.
It's like my will of the force.
I ended up saving my XP from last session because I want to get up to 45 so I can buy toughened and well-rounded immediately when I can get the chance.
Solid. For me, I didn't spend everything I had, but as I said at the beginning, I did pick up control and strength upgrades for my battle meditation. So now I can give silent orders as part of the check, and I can spend extra extra pips to give extra successes.
Nice.
Yes, so now you can stack.
I got a second point in combat veteran and point blank, so now I get 2 points of damage for all of my successful engaged or short range attacks, and
Holy
another boost die to my brawl and discipline checks.
It's gonna get cold quick. I'll turn that off.
Yes. Be
So now
careful
if I
of the
hit-
cold. So
now I hit my-
last time on the thingy bob, you said fuck it, and you kicked in some doors, and you shot some guys, and you avoided another spooky lady encounter with a canteen of water after being sufficiently spookumed.
I think only
Uh,
like 2-3 people died.
Camo got punched.
A lot.
Boots gave some sass.
I think the thing I'm most proud of is I finally got to use concussive on somebody.
Yes, you
As
you
like,
actually
sold the
managed to
bomb.
roll advantage. I suppose
Like,
I
you're
should
right.
say that. I also I think I disoriented Camo once when I punched him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Kavis,
I
the
also
lightsaber-
got to roll an advantage.
Well,
We have-
that's the thing about combat. It's like damage is fun, but when you start adding just weird tags to everything, that's when things get weird and fun.
Well, yeah, and like I said, that's a problem I've been having is just that for some reason my rolls for things are shit, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't care about beating you up. You know, these guys have their fists. If I want to hurt you, I just have to have them pull out their needle guns apparently, because that's the thing that happened.
yeah.
Boots got needled twice.
Just an automatic thing.
I got
Pierce
shot
3
a
is
lot.
great.
I have it
But,
on my rifle. It's great.
But if I want to do fun stuff like knockdown or disorient, I have to actually roll advantage. And my usual roll is like 1 or 2 successes and 2 threat, which I'm like, well, that's not very helpful to me. It's not very
Well,
interesting.
I'm thinking about it. A lot of these, like you're rolling a lot with minion groups, which specifically usually aren't 3, so they don't get actually a lot of fucking.
They get a decent amount, and we have to be careful because I've done the whole it's a 6-man squad. That's 6 minions, right?
Mhm.
They're gonna roll 4 yellow dice. Wait, this is a bad idea.
Oh yeah. 'cause
Oh,
it's
no,
something
everybody's
usually,
dead.
right, yeah. Yeah.
They should try bumping up
Like if I did that with battle droids, you'd be fucked because they have rifles. They have real guns.
Yeah.
I guess how it would is being like it'd be 6 different attacks, but no, it'd be one big.
No, that's the thing about
Destroying
minion groups
attack.
is it's just one big blob. That's why usually
Well-
3 is usually the sweet spot because that gives them a couple upgrades.
Hey, if no one else gets hit with needle rounds, I think we'll be fine.
All right,
We're
so
gonna confiscate all of those.
you guys did post encounter refresh and all that stuff.
I believe
Yeah.
so
Yes.
because I
I'm still at
rolled
half
and
my
I
strength
got
threshold.
nothing.
Oh yes, may I please? I'm gonna stim pack myself.
Oh yeah, did someone have like a crit injury somewhere?
I don't think so.
No, I would have had the crit injury if I failed my resilience check.
But
Yes,
you didn't
technically-
because of the beauty of battle meditation.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get good at everything. You just
On-
hear
well-
in the back of your mind, you just hear Aramaa yelling, "Get good, scrub!"
Well,
Don't
that is
fucking
actually
die.
that is a thing. That is literally battle meditation mastery. Literally, I can make people share skills. Yeah,
Okay then.
Oh
so,
wow,
Great.
that's
Great.
nice.
But yes,
That's
so you have other than the roll, I don't think you guys have had any opportunity to heal any more strain.
Nope.
Yep. I
Because you
stim
guys
packed
you
myself
guys sensed a boss fight and went whole hog, and now it's like, okay, now we need to explore this
It
house.
took a
So,
while, so I think it was the smart choice.
So
Yeah,
now,
so
now
that's
you're just going to be
myself and-
really stressed out and edgy as you explore this creepy mansion.
I'm only halfway, and like I think that maybe
Halfway's a lot. How much
Yeah, it
strength?
is.
What's your strength threshold total?
I'm at 7 to 14.
That's
not
a
that
lot.
much.
That's a
Yeah.
big chunk. It's
That's
chunky
quite a
chunk.
bit.
It was a little worse, but
I
yeah.
mean, hey, I healed all my strain, but I currently also healed half of my wounds, so I'm down to 6.
All right.
yeah.
so pop a stim. You gonna pop a stim pack?
I already did pop a stim pack.
All right.
I healed 6 and went down to
You
6.
don't have
for
stim.
a-
You don't have stim specialist yet.
No, I do. I have the first rank of
Okay,
it.
so this is your first stim pack of the day, so you get back 6.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did say that.
I'm at 4 of
Wasn't sure about your rank.
7.
Were
I'm
you
at
at
4 of
12
17
then?
wounds.
Yeah, I was at 12. I healed 6
Ow.
and went down to 6.
Ooh, spicy.
You
number.
did a lot of damage to me.
Yeah, I did.
I was the only one
Are
who
you so
got hit with
happy?
needle bullets.
Well,
They're just needles.
that's because I really need to stop Camo from shooting people. That's the rule. We just need to
I want
dogpile him
Camo.
with the enemies and stop him from shooting people.
Again,
So,
Omega, shoot me. I at least have the range defense.
no, that's why I don't want to shoot you. I need
It'll
them to
happen
mob you
yet,
in
I just
melee
have
so
to-
you don't just shoot them with your guns.
I see.
Yeah.
Targeting the weakest link. I see.
But I'm stronger when it's engaged to short.
Well, yeah, but these guys, the needlers are pistols, so they don't go farther
Yes.
than short anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm still just picturing the needless from Halo.
now they have an art. You can look them up if you want to look up their stats and value at any time. Just Google Needler in the document. That's right, I said Google. Control F Google. Well, it is a Google Doc, so I guess technically that counts. Yeah.
All hail our glorious information overlord. Anyway, so I guess we're still in the chapel.
Yes, you're still in the chapel
Yeah.
because you wanted to after your spooky brazier incident, which is
Uh,
now just blue black smoke as it slowly sizzles out. By the way, was that Kavis's canteen?
Yes.
Okay, Kavis's canteen. Remember, everybody, for fluff purposes, Kavis's canteen is empty.
That was gonna have my
no.
second canton. That character.
Mine is
Got
2.
you.
Yes, you
Because-
used the rest of your canteen because I covered you in corpse dust again.
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 But you were studying the tapestry, which is not a large like illustrative. It's more of like a low hanging banner, which has some esoteric symbols. The only thing I think you got out of it is that it's really old.
Oh.
It's an actual antique, so it's probably important.
Probably.
Other than that, I think you didn't really look around. I remember Boots and Camo used some of their rope line to tie up all the guys because there's like 12 of them here you punched.
Yeah.
Punch.
I think a few of them died.
Yeah,
Kavis
two of them
did-
dead.
Did lightsaber a couple of them in the back. They are very dead.
It wasn't
and
intentional, but
the
happened.
captain guy, priest man, Aramaa did the fucking samurai one cut on him. He is very dead also.
She
Did
kinda
the
had
samurai
to.
cut after bitch slapping him? with
No,
the
she
shotgun?
slapped him across the room, and then when he stood up, she just went in for a big swing and split him shoulder to hip.
She got her like awesome moment because it's like, hey, you sold the boss. Good job, leader.
Jumped across the room and hit him 3
It-
times.
It was thematically appropriate, which was good.
Okay. But yeah,
One
that's
theme.
basically that's the chapel Madu.
Yeah.
You've got a weird dais with the brazier full of stuff. The secret passage beyond the tapestry has been blocked up.
Yeah. Caved in.
I wonder how old that kid is.
I didn't want to.
Go ahead and somebody roll me an average education.
I'll try.
I wanted to
I'll
ask him
try.
earlier, but it was kind of.
Also,
everyone's
maybe, or alternatively, maybe like average mechanics if you want to look at this from a more technical standpoint.
Oh, whoa.
The success 2 threat.
Kavis, we
One.
got exactly the same roll except for that one triumph you got.
Okay, both of you take 2 strain as you go to
No.
check out you go over and check out the cave in, and some loose bricks and rock and stuff fall on you, and you get some dust in your eyes. Success-wise, you're pretty sure, though, this is relatively recent. There's a lot of rock dust and, cinder brick still here. You could just stab yourself with a stim pack. Stop being a baby.
You don't have a stim pack on you, Axe?
No, I do. I just didn't want to waste them at the moment. 'Cause it's like-
We can grab more.
It's a lot. It's
I
a
like
lot
to do, like-
faster than I only have 4 wounds. Could you please make me better?
I'm fair. I was thinking about it.
Yeah. In general, rolling to heal yourself is usually a downtime thing, or hey, I'm really fucking dying and I don't have any stim packs left. Could you fix me?
Okay, fair. I was
I
just
need
So
to
four-
help my
four is
insides
like,
or my
can you just-
outsides.
Yeah, just juice up.
to me, it was
like,
let's
Probably
conserve
what the
stamina.
medics would do is just stab you with a stim pack anyway.
Okay, dude, it's
Yeah.
like let's just conserve stamina.
Use your own
You
stim,
only
though,
have
because-
5 a day anyway, so there's no there's a range of conserve versus use. So
Oh, 5. Okay, I thought it
Yeah.
was like you use 1 or 2 and then it gets already diminishing returns.
Well, yeah, but you can use up to 5, and
diminishing
if
return,
Loth does it, he's got Stimpack Specialist, so it's +1 per stim. So,
yeah, but if you use Stimpack now to heal 5 and you're at 4, so
Yeah, okay. Sorry for that.
and you still get 4 next time, unless you let Boots do it, in which case he'd give you back 5. It's a whole thing.
Yep.
Anyway, the cave-in. So you guys get a little covered in rock dust and stuff. But in your estimation, based on the dust buildup in there and the debris and the stuff and the being settled in, this is probably only a couple of weeks old. It's almost like it was, in fact, like 2 or 3 weeks ago that you guys dealt with one of their major assets and then fucked off for a while.
Gee, I wonder why.
It's not like we just stopped the town from being destroyed.
So, is there something important back here? And they're hiding it? Or...
I'll give
with
it
a
some more
triumph, because Kavis did roll a triumph, you can guess that this tunnel is probably just a secret escape tunnel. Like, if you guys tried to fucking SWAT raid this house while they were all in here, if they thought you guys would get through, you'd just, go through the secret passage into the basement, and then you disappear behind the tapestry, and by the time anybody figured out what was going on, you'd be long gone. It looks like a pretty straight shot just out the back of the territory. You probably want to get a survey team down here, or some excavating droids or whatever, and, maybe dig it out just to make sure. But it probably just, pops out in a culvert or something somewhere.
Alright, well, I'll put that on the things for the cleanup. I mean...
I'll give it some more thought as I clean up my visor, because there's dust got in here.
Yes.
How did this get in my helmet?
Man, do not doubt the ability for small particles just to get in, no matter what.
Oh yeah, no, it will. It will.
It will.
Boots takes off his helmet and his eyebrows are covered in rock dust, and you're like, how?
What eyebrow? I almost said something stupid like, what eyebrows? I'm like, wait, no, he didn't shave his eyebrows.
I mean, you could. That would be a unique look, but...
no.
Mr. Clean. Alright,
Look.
so, there's 2 exits out of the basement. There's a spiral staircase, which you presume spits you back out in the,
Cemetery?
in the center hall, in the entrance hall of the house in the ground floor. Or you guys can just pop back out the cellar door.
Great.
Ah, yeah, that's what it was.
Spiral.
Let's go through this. Are we going spiral?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, but spiral.
Into the spiral staircase.
Alright, you go ahead and you basically go up a staircase. At the top, appears to be a sliding panel and a latch. There's a convenient wrought iron lever-looking thing.
I'm gonna pull it.
You wait for 5 minutes while the animation goes.
Man,
and,
these 2 loading screens take forever.
and you go ahead and you pop out. You are in the grand foyer. So this is basically a 2-story entrance room. You basically come out of the secret space. It appears to be under a large statue of a robed woman with open arms. So the esoteric part is there's a mosaic on the floor that it's kind of slid to cover. You notice that there's a lot of sliding mechanisms. So the statue slid forward to reveal the secret staircase. And as you guys climb out, it just seems to, for some reason, magically sense that you're gone and slides back. Clunk.
Ah, yes, automatic secret passage doors.
So you see there's a like I said, it's an esoteric mosaic on the floor, a kind of winding pattern of blue and green ribbons. Maybe it's a flower, maybe it's a face, maybe it's a flower face. It's also on fire, who knows? There is a large chandelier on the vaulted ceiling, but other than that, there doesn't appear to be any major decorations in here.
I don't know, that's still some fucking decadence right there. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
The chandelier.
It's wrought iron, or some other, ferrous metal. So there's a double staircase up to the second floor, or there are 5 doors. There's a northward door out the back of this room, and then there's 2 sets of doors on either side, and obviously there's the inside of the front door.
All right, well let's go room by room, I guess.
Yeah. So which
so
one
let's
first?
start clockwise.
Center left. Okay, so start left then.
Do you have a floor plan of this, or no?
No, I did not make a floor plan map this time. I
No, we
just
got
have a rough list.
Okay, just asking.
So, okay, so from the center,
From the
you're
center?
going clockwise.
To the left. Yep, from
Yeah.
the left to the left door.
All right, maybe I should resync this in terms of directions.
Maybe.
So you're standing in the center.
Yes.
There's a door to the north. There
Yes.
are 2 doors, both to east and west, and then the front
Oh.
door is behind you to the south. 5
Okay,
doors.
so
Okay.
Well, 6
okay, so
Are
we're
we
gonna
going
go
east
to the
then?
we're gonna go to the western door,
West.
the one closest one to the entrance.
All right, north 1. All right, or west 1. Sorry.
Yes, west one.
Sorry, scrolling. So you pop through the first one,
Mhm.
and you get into what was probably a large recreation room or a living area,
Mhm.
but has been converted into basically a greenhouse or a grow room.
Oh, lovely.
There are 4 long benches in here, covered with a network of grow lamps, which appear to be why there's so much power draw over here.
Mhm.
They're still on because you did not unplug the power. The benches hold a wide variety of plants. Most of them are not native, though some are. You see a whole mixed bag, like without anybody needing to roll anything. Some of these are decorative, some of them are culinary, some of them are definitely recreational or medicinal. There's also, storage racks filled with pots, bins, bags of potting soil, etc.
Mhm.
A tool rack full of small gardening tools.
Well, let's just take a quick peek around, I suppose. See if there's anything interesting.
Yes.
See if there's anyone hiding.
Yes.
Nope. All right. Okay. Well, then
Okay.
we'll knock that off then. Then we'll exit, close the door behind, and we'll head over to West 2.
All right. This is a large, secured, modern door. Metal. It's got an electronic lock system, so you'll have to pop it open. Maybe
Turn it.
Skullduggerman.
Turn and look at Camo.
Yeah. Look.
Sorry, I just got an email from school. Sorry.
Life happens.
Yeah, I have to message someone about. I have to share a document with them. So sorry. All right, I got luck for this. Let's do this.
All right, this will be a hard skullduggery check, but you have lockpicks, so go ahead and do it because you can.
Every hard.
Yeah,
I
it's a modern security lock.
All right. I guess I could take some time with this because I technically am not in a rush. Because
Yeah, you could basically do the equivalent of aim.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, you're
Quick.
able to, even though you took some time, you're still able to recoup some extra time with that advantage and very quietly just fiddle with the electronic lock. Slap a little short circuit in there and pops open. You enter what appears to be a security room. It's very modern, though it looks like it's a little run down now. So there's a chair display in the center in front of a whole bunch of monitors and console displays. There is a security droid kind of mounted to the chair, but it appears to have been unplugged or something as it sits slack in there. And you can see, like, power cables dangling on the ground. So you can see the console. There are holocam feeds to the fields on the perimeter. But there are no internal security feeds.
Well, that's messed up.
Are the guys we tied outside still outside?
Well, we left them with Sode, remember?
Yeah, you can see
Oh, yeah,
Sode's
we
truck.
did.
Sode having a smoke. You can see that droid fairy, just, I don't know,
So they could have
playing
seen us
robot
coming.
tic-tac-toe.
If we're downstairs.
If somebody was here, they could have seen you coming.
Yeah.
It appears that they've unpacked. There also is basically a bank of switches, which control the holocams, the security fence, and the electronic locks. So you can disable the front and back door locks, the security room door lock, anything like that.
Let's set off the fence so we don't accidentally walk into it on our way out.
All right.
The fence lights go from green to red. In the back, there is also there's some access doors to another room beyond here, but there is also a small arms locker.
Oh, neat.
So it's got a little, a couple of kind of a cage cabinet kind of thing.
Well, let's see what it has.
All right. You pop it open. You find.
You find a disposable rocket launcher. Excuse me.
You find 1 truncheon,
Neat.
3 riot shields,
Oh.
and 4 more of those needler pistols.
No, get them away from me.
Are they loaded?
They're loaded, but a cursory examination appears they are not drugged yet.
Okay.
Or if they were, they've sat in here so long that the stuff has become... Because racking venom is mostly organic, so it becomes non-viable after sitting for a while.
Dumb question.
Sup?
Can you fill a needler bullet with like Bacta like needles or some, like stim packs essentially? So you could deliver ranged healing to people.
I mean, the thing is, it's a base damage 5 weapon, so any healing you do will be outpaced by the damage you do.
I feel like there's a specific gun for that.
But technically, you can load it with any poison in the list. So like you could load it with, say, standard anesthetic. So you shoot somebody with a relatively low damage weapon that can't crit, and then they will for sure take that big stress slap from being shot full of anesthetic. And these are all standard. If you just Control F Truncheon, Riot Shield, or Needler, you will find they are the most generic version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Commander, seeing one of these and being on the receiving end of them has given me some ideas. Would you mind if I take one?
I mean, we have like 6 of them in the truck.
Yeah, but you gotta clean those.
Well, if we're taking, might as well take them all. We'll just toss them all in the crate.
Into my backpack they go.
Whoop. Actually, Camo Boots, huff this equipment out the sode.
Okay, let's unlock the front door and then.
Well, you've got the switch right there.
Yeah.
Flip the door switches.
So I just pictured Aramaa. It's like, okay, cool. I'll take these 2 riot shields and do away with them.
Should we do both do an athletics check to see how fast we can do it?
Are you trying to do it fast, or are you?
You trying to race me for it?
No, I thought we'd do it together.
I'll just keep an eye on the feeds.
Yeah, everything's fine. You don't really see anything, like you said. So's out there in front of his truck smoking. I said, the agromech droid is like playing solving Rubik's cubes or whatever it does in its spare time. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we need to take that.
A lot, actually.
We need to do something with that later, but after.
We have 18 prisoners here. I don't think we can take them all back in Sode's truck.
Yeah.
You probably can. They're all unconscious. They fit.
How big
fit?
Just view it as a Tetris puzzle. If you bend them the right way.
No, I mean it's like a Tetris, but it's also literally like a shipping truck.
I mean, they're all unconscious. They lay out pretty good. They stack.
Omega, have you ever had this situation before? Because it sounds like you've experienced.
No, it's just
like
simple math. It's just a simple math problem. It's just like build the Jenga tower.
But don't you hate math?
I thought Omega loved math.
Oh, Omega loves squares.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I forgot. Squares and math are 2 completely different things.
Geometric.
Squares, tables, squares, and bulleted lists. All right, they move the stuff into the truck. Maybe even you guys get the guys out of the basement. But hey, guess what? You have to go. You have to go back around through the cellar door now, because the statue has 3 imprints in the bottom of it, which appear to be some kind of a locking mechanism.
Damn it! This puzzle.
So you need 3 keys to open the secret statue door, or you could just go outside and go around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna heat the key. Let's go do this. Let's just walk around. But yeah, we'll go do that. Toss him to the back of Sode's truck. Give him a nod.
All right, Aramaa and Kavis, are you guys doing anything else besides looking at holocams?
Didn't you say there was another access?
Yeah, there's a room beyond the security room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, while they're doing that, I'll go check that out.
I'll come with you.
All right, you pop it open. It's actually an old garage. Though it looks like the rolling top garage doors have basically been crudely sealed up and rusted over. So you guys wouldn't have realized this was an entry point from outside.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's been partially converted into a machine shop. You see several workbenches, including a computer workbench, tool racks, storage crates and bins filled with spare parts, blah blah blah.
Okay.
You do, however, see a couple of old-fashioned, very primitive ground cars sitting in here. They're partially cannibalized for parts. But if you wanted to put them back together, you could rig that up. Their base value is 1,500 credits rarity 2.
That sounds like
pretty
a project.
basic.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Or you could just leave them here, but yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
I was also thinking of what if you want to get out of here quick?
Yeah.
Just drive
Bust through the
cars out.
door.
I
So
mean, probably-
we'd have
I
to
feel like
literally drive them through the fucking wall, though.
Exactly. It'll survive. Don't worry.
You just need enough power. Just need enough gas.
What are the odds of it? What are the odds of it exploding on contact? 9 out of 10. It's so good.
Normally, this would, if you guys wanted to like search around and like check out some of this stuff, this would actually require a check to avoid knocking over a lot of shit. But if you guys don't care about knocking over shit anymore, you don't have to make a check. It would be an average coordination check to basically fish your way across this room without accidentally tripping up over a pile of, a tool rack or a bin full of wrenches or something.
Oh,
I wonder if there's any useful things I could do. Just like look up movies.
There's just piles of junk. What do you want?
Uh.
You need something? You need some spare parts? You need to do some stuff?
I'll get 2 success. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I'll just do 2 success, 2 advantages.
Yeah, I have the enhance on coordination. I forgot about that.
Camo's too conditioned not to make noise.
I'll just.
Well, you're busy huffing stuff while they explore. Yeah, there's basically the big win here is that there's 2 of these ground cars that you could probably find the parts that were taken out and put back together, at least so that they run. If you needed to move them, and if you really wanted to, you guys, like, especially you two, because you got lightsabers, you could figure out a way to like unseal the garage doors and just roll them up.
Yeah,
I'll be fine. So we got Sid and his truck of infinite carrying.
Listen, you can carry a lot of people in a space truck.
So just slap the top of his truck. You can fit a lot of people here.
Oh no, actual space trucks are actually pretty fucking big.
No, speeder trucks are basically like the baseline speeder truck model has like 3 or 4 different variants between like ambulances, rescue vehicles, exploration vehicles, basically a space RV kind of stuff. Like they come in a lot of different models and configs. This probably isn't that advanced because it's older in time period and a lot of the stuff is newer, but there's a wide variety of models and weights. Like he's got not quite a flatbed, but it's like more like a giant pickup kind of setup where it's, he's got a big back with sides that you can fill a lot of people up in if you need to. Now,
So
you guys are probably going to have to stand amongst the unconscious or, ride on his running boards or something, but
Aramaa will just stand on the hood and pose.
of course.
Guy next pose. Okay, well, make our way back in the security room, make our way back to the foyer, and wait for the boys to get finished.
Yes.
They're done.
So, with that, let us make our way to East 1.
East 1?
East
Okay.
1.
Not going to go through the north door at the back?
No, now that I think about it, I probably want to make sure we get all the side doors done.
Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, you figure this out pretty quick. Both of the doors on the east open up into the same room, which is the dining room.
Oh.
It's got a long table which could seat around 20, made of cold, polished stone.
Stone. Interesting.
Candles and display cabinets fill this room. Some of them are filled with formal dinnerware, but others are just filled with skulls, urns, and other funerary paraphernalia. You see some more daggers in the style of the ones Camo got. You see, a couple of skulls. You see canopic jars, whatever. The candles definitely appear to have been used. They're slightly burned down, but there is a small layer of dust in this room.
Guess they don't take their meals together.
And then past it, there is, assuming you're going to keep going, obviously, it keeps going. You pop open the kitchens, which are, I actually did that wrong. So there is actually 2 separate ones. So E1 is the dining room. Sorry, it's arranged in a list, and I don't always track what I was doing, because it's been like a week since I read this.
Okay.
So there's one set of doors into the other one, and then we'll come back around. But there's the kitchens. So the kitchens features an attached pantry and a breakfast room, which is informal dining. So this whole area, it looks more modern and more used. The kitchen area is filled with rugged appliances made in the last couple decades. They're a little low cost, and they could probably use some better cleaning and maintenance, but they're functional. Hot plate, Frigitrix, Cook-O-Matic, Washatron, all the usuals. The pantry is filled with, first of all, there's a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables in here.
I'm not surprised.
And there's also a lot of stock foods, algae bricks, salt prawn in a can, etc. You find some unlabeled preserved meats in butcher paper. And in the very back of the pantry, because it's a walk-in, you find a small stash of what looks like Republic Army rations. Where did they get those, you wonder?
Curious. But I'm not hungry. Especially not seeing not after going through their grave rotting operation.
Yes.
And then so past the kitchen, there's another door, and then there's a second door which seems to loop back around in the other direction, back towards the foyer, which you didn't go through, basically.
Okay, so basically it's a dining room leading to the kitchen, and the kitchen leads back.
Yeah, and then the kitchen loops back around to something else.
Wait a
second. Let's take the loop.
Well, there's one more room.
We do know that
there
was the. We do know that there was. I can't remember his name, but the scientist who died at the base was trading with these people. He could have been the one who gave them the supplies.
You did also have a black market problem until recently.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's something in the rations, but it's probably not open.
Nah, they're sealed. They're emergency food.
Okay.
You don't eat rations for fun.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The clones might. I don't know. What do you guys know? There is a room out here, and you do remember there is a side door on this side of the house.
Oh, so let's check the side door.
Yeah, so basically you pop out past the kitchen, there's a mud room,
Oh.
Muddy boots, coveralls, some excavation and clearing tools, space shovel, space rake, space pick. You're like, who needs a vibro pickaxe? And somewhere a player character chuckles.
That sounds fun, actually.
But then there's the actual side door to outside. Pop it open. Oh, hey, it's the outside. Close it. Off the side of the mudroom, there's a utility closet, which contains several standard environmental systems. There's a backup power generator that's off. There's some big old, industrial washing machines, though they don't seem like they're used a lot. And it looks like the air handler is broken down recently. You pop it open and it appears, clogged full of mold and mildew. Something else are running their maintenance.
This looks like a good house has gone to seed.
Why do they leave it alone? It's like
because they didn't care about it.
Because they're crazy.
It's
almost like there was somebody in this place, perhaps in a leaderly type position, who actually cared about formal dining and clean air and growing things. And then they left. Perhaps there's a secret tunnel that they blocked up after they left. And then they left only cultists here who don't care about much. As evidenced by if you go to complete the loop. So, doing the loop, you come across basically a hallway which is connected to what was probably formerly servant quarters, but appears to have been refurbished to basically be like barracks. Instead of individual chambers or cells, it's just rows and rows of cots. There's no space for personal belongings, not even like a footlocker or anything. There's just one chest you notice in the corner, one big traveling trunk, and then you see cloaks, robes, and personal paraphernalia just scattered around the floor.
Should we check the chest then?
I assume while everyone checks the chest, I'll scan if there's going to be any things that are possible information to be used.
Yeah.
No, do you want a nondescript dirty black cloak that's got some dirt on it and some mud, maybe a little bit of corpse?
I was going to take it. I was just seeing if personal
No,
things.
there's nobody hiding in the piles of robes.
Yeah.
There's literally no personal belongings, so there's nothing.
Okay. Alright, sure.
Check the chest.
All right.
Yes.
You pop open the traveling trunk. It's pretty simple. You basically find there's a pile of what looks like ceremonial gear, almost like, oh, it's my really formal cultist mask and robe. Some sparkly cultist jewelry, and you also, on top of all that, you find a medallion with a symbol of a skull on it.
Okay.
Quite one note, aren't they?
Curious.
It looks like it fits in the slot in the statue.
No.
That's
Of
cute.
course.
Sure.
I imagine you get it. I imagine it's like the Resident Evil. You grab the item, you then look behind it. It's like, oh, it looks like it fit in the slot.
Yeah,
Puzzle piece
basically.
acquired.
When you pick it up, you get the tooltip. It looks like it fits in the statue.
Sure, why not? Let's take the fucking medallion.
All right,
Yes.
X1 skull medallion acquired.
Honestly, I'm away from a microphone, but how bad do I sound?
You sound okay. You just sound distant.
You sound distant, but you're audible.
Okay, good.
Yes. Okay. So.
And then basically, if you go through all the servant quarters and stuff, you loop back around to the foyer.
Okay.
Are there stairs? Because I better.
Yeah, there's stairs up.
Right.
There's stairs up, and there's still one door to the north, to the rear of the foyer.
Yeah, let's go
That's the
north.
door we're going to take next. North one.
Yeah.
All right. So that opens up into what would be called the salon. So there's double doors to the back veranda. And it looks like there's some antique furniture in here, like you invite guests, like, oh, do come in, come to the salon. But everything in here is, covered in sheets or furniture wraps. Dust and cobwebs are everywhere. It looks like this room is mostly unused. There's just, antique furniture, bookshelves, display cases, and stuff just lying around.
I guess I'll take a obligatory poke around, but...
It doesn't appear to be anything of interest. Like, I don't know, if you sold it, we could probably figure out a price, but otherwise it's just old furniture.
I don't know, I guess we probably might just seize the property. It's all like, this is ours now.
Dibs!
Sell everything in it.
Interstellar rule of dibs.
Yep.
Next time we see, I can't remember his name, but was it Admiral Wawa at the space base? He has a new antique chair.
Yeah. You talk to Director Wawa Bond, and he's like, yeah, I got a new chair.
That's
I have
what
a
it
sick
was.
new chair.
It's
good for my back.
Okay.
Helps with the acoustics of my Ithorian throat singing.
Right.
Oh yeah, that bit. I forgot we had that shit.
But, alright, so let's go back to the foyer and make our way upstairs.
Yes.
Very well, to the second floor. Alright, you go up the stairs. They're a little creaky, but they're stable. You go up onto basically the landing of the grand staircase, and then there's immediately a set of double doors you can go out onto the back balcony. But the back balcony, if you look out on it, doesn't look like it's really got a lot going on. It's covered by an awning. There's a railing. There's a pile of ruined or scrapped furniture in the corner. And other than that, it's just a balcony.
I feel sad for this house.
Yeah.
So, there is a west door and an east door.
Let's start with the west door.
Yes.
All right, you enter a long hallway. You see that the hallway is lined with alternating statues of hooded figures carrying a sword, kind of pointed down. There's 5 of them. You see that the walls of the hall are covered in tapestries, wall carvings, and various other random bric-a-brac. And you see that there's a door at the far end, and there's 2 doors in the side of the hall.
Well, just inspect the bric-a-brac and tapestries and statues and see if they have a common theme at all.
Or if any of them are different than each
All
other.
right. Yeah, they do in fact have a theme. It's funerary related. Hey, Aramaa, make me a simple athletics or resilience test.
Oh, of course. I should have asked. I knew it. I had that.
So Aramaa suddenly has to smash AB.
Yeah. So as you check out the first statue, you're like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then you go to the second statue to see if it's the same. It actually, you step on a pressure plate and the statue slides forward as if to crush you.
You said it was average, right?
No, simple.
Oh, simple.
Yeah, it's just a straight damage reduction.
Oh, okay.
Each success will reduce the damage you take by 1. So you probably want to turn that all into success.
Yeah, I'll turn that all into success.
Okay, so that's 4 total successes. So you take 6 damage reduced by soak.
Oh, jeez.
So that's a lot of statue.
I basically treated it like if you'd fellow range band, basically. It falls on you, you take 10 damage, but it's reduced by soak. So you reduce that by 4 with your... Was that athletics or resilience?
Athletics.
Alright, so you just try to jump out of the way. You don't get quite out of the way. Like, part of the statue clips your shoulder.
Okay, so that's 4, so I take 2 wounds.
And then it slams onto the floor.
Shit.
It cracks, but doesn't really break into a lot of pieces. It's a blob of something volcanic, you think. Something like a basalt or a granite.
It's obsidian. It would cut pretty hard.
No, they're not obsidian. They don't, shatter into a million pieces.
Yeah,
Getting very brittle.
No, this is a statue carving material. If you look at it closely, it might be hand carved.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, would have put past them.
Anyway. But yeah, so that was the second statue. So,
Boots, would you mind inspecting? I mean, not Boots, Camo. Would you mind inspecting the other statues?
I thought you were about to say, Boots, would you like to go first?
Well, no. If anyone's going first, it's going to be Aramaa, because, when you're expecting a booby trap, Aramaa will then lift her chest, send in the boobs.
So,
The
Camo, make
trap's
me an
right
average
here.
perception check.
Alright, here we go.
And don't roll a lot of threat, because you'll accidentally a pressure plate.
I can handle it, but fair.
You are pretty tanky, but yes. Also, you're really good at athletics too, I think.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I get like physical training.
Excuse me.
I'm
a sleep boy.
Oh boy, I like this morning. I was like so tempted to just go back to sleep. Since it's cold, I'm like, oh, it feels warm inside my blanket.
That's
Oh, there's a threat.
You do take 1 strain just because you're like
you're
stressed out.
No.
But
Oh god.
you don't actually hit anything. So you check it out, and it looks like none of the statues are firmly affixed to their plinths. So you could actually pick them up and shuffle them around. But only the 5th one, the last one before the door on the far side of the statue hall, actually has a pressure plate trap.
Oh, okay.
Which it's a very simple mechanism. Basically, your body weight pushes down on the plate, it pushes up the plinth, the statue pops forward.
Let's push it over just immediately.
I'll just like lift them up.
Push it onto the ground.
Yeah, or the other thing is just if you guys have a stick or anything, or Camo's got a really long gun, you just pop the plate and it flops off.
Yeah.
There's no need to roll if you want to disarm it.
Yeah, just do that.
Trigger it. All right. You have a second statue flop onto the floor.
Is the side doors on both the same side of the hall?
Yes.
Okay.
Check this out.
All right. You pop them open. So these are both a basically extended but connected set of guest rooms. You see two plush but dusty double beds. All the windows are like sealed off and curtained with dark curtains. There's a couple of traveling trunks and wardrobes. There's cobwebs and stuff in the room. In the center of the room, kind of between the 2 beds, you can see a large vanity table, which in the center clearly has a couple of like jewelry boxes and stuff open, which have some jewelry in there. And you see another medallion that looks like it has a sword on it.
Sword medallion, huh?
Yes. Sword skull.
Well, sure. No, I'm gonna keep up this thing. I'm just gonna go pick up the medallion.
Key item acquired.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make me a daunting perception check first.
Daunting perception check.
Yay! Traps.
Mm-hmm.
Or the things like really sharp and somehow cut you.
Yeah.
What you don't realize is that in this jewelry box, there's a fuckload of syringes.
I'm gonna spend. I guess I probably can't make it, but I still want to spend a light point because
sure, go for it. You get shitloads. You get like 7 of this. Go for it. Go crazy.
What was it? Destiny.
L.
Yeah, just L. To let it know you
like,
flipped a
we're
pip.
like 6'2", right? Or 5'2".
There we go.
Yeah, you were 5'2", now it's 4'3".
Mm-hmm. Now,
Spooky 4'3".
So yellow green with PPPP. Go. Just 2 failures.
Okay.
Oh, hey, guess what? I flip it back. Ha-ha!
Oh, you're gonna use your special ability?
Well, it was just automatic. Let's see. So it was Destiny. That's Setiny. What the fuck?
Destiny.
Okay. So, you take 4 wounds, pierce 2.
Okay.
As you boldly stride forward into the room and don't notice the fact that this place is spider-webbed with nearly invisible strands of slice wire.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck.
Holy shit.
I just, pull her from, getting...
No, it's happening.
It's happening
No,
now.
she rolled for it. She said she walked in and did not make the perception check and just, you get cut. Just, you walk into a web of wires and just...
honestly, I think most of us would have trouble spotting that.
Yeah, it's it's not quite the monofilament net, but it's close.
All right, but again, you said it was wounds 4, pierce 2?
Yes.
Okay, so I still take another 2, so I'm at 4 now.
And now you have some cuts in your clothing on your
I was more worried of the monofilament kind where you'd start limbs would be cut off. So
no,
that requires.
That'd be too brutal.
It's not razor sharp or anything where you're like, oh, your own body weight, your own your walking speed will cut you up, but it's like, shit. I just you trip into a razor wire.
Like piano wire.
Yeah, so basically you guys either need to take some time to disassemble it with a weapon, or you can make a hard coordination check to just fucking Ocean's 12 your way through it.
Okay, so lightsaber or flipping?
Do you want just...
yeah, sure. Lightsaber, right? I guess you do some fancy lightsaber.
But keep in mind the mechanic for this is for every failure you have showing, you take 2 wounds, pierce 2. So
I kind of want to Ocean. I want to Ocean's it.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Ocean's
It was hard, right?
Yeah, it's
hard coordination.
Hard coordination.
As
I
everybody
don't
just
have-
stands in the doors and it's just like...
I'd rather just cut it.
All right, well, that'll take time, so you pull out your knife and start snipping.
As everyone doesn't do it
Okay.
that well.
Nope, I kind of fucked up.
Ooh. Well,
Hey,
you could not.
fine.
You could unfuck up. Both of you could un the fuck up.
Okay,
Wait.
I'm going to spend at least one light and one dark.
Camo, I have a great idea.
Yeah.
What we could do is take
Okay.
one of the statues outside.
Oh, we just use the
and
statue to like go
throw
for
it
the
in
wire.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would
Actually,
that would
okay,
require you
go
guys
ahead.
to make some like of athletics for heavy lifting. But
I'm okay with
Okay,
that,
I'm-
actually.
Okay,
good
I'm
at that.
spending one light and one dark to at least get a success.
so you
So-
flip a point.
spend all-
Top.
I'm gonna spend all 3 of mine to
One
fucking
straight.
just get 1 success.
All right. You still technically can still flip a point, technically.
Ooh,
because
that's
All
all the
right.
dark side happening.
you
Nope.
literally failed the check.
That's the wrong way. You're spending light points.
Okay, there it goes.
All right, hang on. Let me spend mine.
Well, yeah, okay. It took him a second to calculate. He's trying to do
Yeah.
math.
Wait, is
Okay.
it?
Icebot is not the fastest.
Well, you're making him do a lot of stuff back and forth.
True.
So, Loth, I will totally do like the athletics check with you to basically use like the statue to like just
Just
catch
pick
the
up a
wires.
statue and
Well,
throw
so
it
they
into the
both
wires.
they both succeed. So they both ninja their way through the
Yeah.
thing. But there's a lot of weird Dutch angles on lighting, and there's like fucking violins going crazy in the background. Just
kidding.
Aramaa, I'm gonna have you take 2 more strain, even though you're
Right.
already taking 3 strain.
lot of camera
why?
zooms in as they're both
Well,
sweating.
did you say you're gonna flip all 3 of yours?
Then
Yeah,
I'll
that'll put me
use
at
that-
that'll put me at 1 success.
Yeah,
and I'll
but
use that advantage to heal a strain.
you have to take 1 strain for each dark pip you flip. Remember?
Yeah.
So I took 3 strain, and so but I shouldn't be taking additional 2 strain.
You got 2 threat.
Yeah, I'm Omega.
Okay.
I just flipped it to get rid of it.
Yeah,
You use the
Oh,
dark
you're
side
you
pips
getting
to-
rid of the. Okay, I didn't understand. I was like, I want to succeed, and you're like, no, you want to get rid of everything. All right, sorry,
Yeah.
it was a little unclear
Yeah.
there. With I use all of it to succeed. I'm like, okay, that's not because of the binary success and failure and try to advantage, whatever. That's not all the same thing. Anyway, okay, fine, you're fine.
And whatever, fine, whatever. Yeah, you just didn't understand.
You said whatever. I shouldn't-
Axe definitely
That's
do not.
fine.
Lucky doesn't need you to defend him, and also
No.
I will fuck you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we.
Okay,
need
but
to-
yeah, so
You
and then
need
you
to
keep
roll
because you
one
cancel the
more
failure and then you do the
insight
thing. So
point.
you use your 1 advantage to.
Yeah, we need
Kavis
to
uses
roll
1 advantage
one
to heal.
more
this
check.
round. Okay.
Alright, see, I need to do that still, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you did a flip. Because Marth just did it like 3 times accidentally because it did the wrong way. Alright, so you find the sword medallion, and rough estimate, especially because Aramaa has negotiation, maybe about 2,000 credits worth of jewelry.
Aramaa considers the ram if she should just walk off with a box of jewelry.
It's also
Would
all
look good on
the
her.
jewelry in the basement.
You
but
guys
yeah.
you guys have seen though how they get their jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Armaa's not feeling it.
You've acquired a sword medallion. You guys don't have to make a check to go back, but Boots and Camo, make me some sort of combined athletics check. We'll call it hard because they're heavy.
Sure.
What was doing?
Okay.
Well, you guys are fucking doing flips and shit. They're grabbing a statue. So what's your total athletics pool because it's combined? Like who's rolling and who's got what?
I got
Okay.
3 brawn. I have 1 point athletics. I get 2 boosts for physical training.
I've got 2 brawn, 2 points in athletics, and 2 athletic training.
Okay, so one of you figure out whichever one of you wants to do the actual roll, but roll as if you had 3 brawn, 2 athletics, and then add your 2 boost die for physical training or whatever.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. And it's hard. Yeah, that's what I said. As these guys just get on the other side of a statue and go, "Hurrah!"
I bet heal strain.
Sure, you can heal some strain.
I bet heal 6.
You rolled no successes.
Because it's a combined check, Boots, you also heal 6 strain.
I'm on 0. Yeah, I heal.
So
I'm
they
at
don't.
8, so I need that.
Aramaa, as you guys like are looking at the jewelry and you pick up the medallion, you see these 2 guys with a statue just no, other way, no, my other left. They don't really get rid of any of the slice wire, but they do, completely crush one of the beds under a statue. So that's cool.
Oh shit.
Too done playing around?
We were Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, those are famous last words. Come on.
I will not make you guys roll to get back out. You can just reverse step.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hey, at least I'm not like in
So
danger
now
zone of
the one at the
passing out from stress.
end.
You know, for my own sanity, I'm gonna try the roll myself and see if it would have gone better.
Fair.
That's a dangerous road, but okay.
It's now taking extra long.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
see. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
okay,
I just didn't.
so,
I only rolled all advantage on all of my
right.
dice.
So that
I know,
goes-
it's not
goes
your
to the
fault.
side we're connected.
Yeah, so that's the guest rooms to the side door. There's the far door.
Okay, go to far door.
You step over the statue that fell down and open up the library.
Oh no.
A darkly appointed room covered in shelves. They're mostly filled with hollow books and data cards, but some shelves are stocked with flimsipast and even real paper or parchment books.
Oh, old school.
Whatever it would take to skim through
Several
these.
plush and antique reading chairs, but the primary decor here is animal skins and hides. There's even a couple of stuffed animal heads along the wall, and against one side of the room there is a complete swamp jaw skeleton.
Wow.
Cool.
In the back there's a roaring fireplace. Yes, it's roaring right now even.
Concern.
With ceremonial objects and incense burners on the mantle.
Yeah.
So, Camo, you want to skim the books? You can just do that. It'll take you a second, but
Yeah, just sit there.
the general theme appears to be botany, architecture, anthropology, and the occult.
Does any?
In the back of the room there looks like there's a writing desk with a couple of stuff on it.
Well, let's check out the writing desk.
I'll check the fire because like I want to see if I can tell how recent it was. Like,
General,
like,
would you be opposed to me taking some of these books for perusal later? Sorry, Commander.
Nope, General. Kavis is a commander.
Damn it, I keep getting these wrong.
Well, it's because you have two different ranks. Kavis is a commander, Aramaa is a general.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like just looking at the anthropology and botany books, just in case. So if we come across more of the...
Well, I don't know. Like Boots, remember, our main base is a research base. They probably have far more extensive materials there than they have there. They're just digital.
This is a private collection, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Camo, when you say examine the fire, like, is this like, are you gonna stick your face in front of it, or is this like, I want to like get a poker and like check the status of the fire kind of thing?
I was just
What's that bit for future? I'm like,
to see like
ooh,
how recent
fire
it was,
indeed
how recent
hot.
it was put together.
All right. Well, go ahead and make me an average coordination check.
Oh, okay. I
Yes, settings on fire.
thought there should be a survival check to see how long it was. Okay.
No, it's a coordination check for another reason.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
This is gonna be.
Did I get black? Did I get black for any of these?
No. Just
Okay.
coordinate. Unless you should be taking a black for something else, it's not. No.
No. I at least also reduce. No, this is from falling. So.
No, it's not
Average?
a pitfall trap. Yeah, average.
A fucking pitfall trap inside in front of
Okay.
the fireplace.
I'll heal the rest of my strain, I guess.
Okay, that's good. So you take 8 damage.
Oh, fuck.
It's reduced by soak, obviously, but
That's why I just take 3.
you step on the pressure plate, under the rug in front of the fireplace, and there's a fan behind the fire, and just like a flamethrower, it just blasts Camo with fire as he slowly gets out of the way. Now, luckily, you rolled advantage, so you don't get set on fire. You just get blasted with a jet of fire until you eventually make your way off the pressure plate, and it clicks back into face, and the fire, goes down. So yeah, thoughts, feelings?
Just utter shock.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab a canteen.
That was
Let's put this fire out.
terrifying.
All right, you use up one more canteen. The fire is out.
Okay. Disarmed.
Just, I can't believe that fucking happened.
Like
I
I've
was,
never
I,
seen.
like, I was honestly expecting, statue traps. They're a classic. I was not expecting sudden. I was not expecting brick fireplace flamethrower.
I've never seen it ever happen, so I've never heard of that before. So wow.
Yeah.
It's a fun idea.
It's
Like,
a novel concept.
That explains
That's
why
a very
it's a
sturdy
roaring
fire. so,
fire.
like, that's a very sturdy fire.
It's dirty fire.
'Cause
All right,
usually,
so
like,
Aramaa,
when
the
that
writing
fire would
desk.
Blow it out.
Yeah.
Yes, writing desk.
So, you pop up, you look at the writing desk. You don't really pop it open, but it's got some stuff scattered across it. You got a couple of books. One looks like it's a manual on, or possibly an anthropological history of taxidermy and the embalming process.
Mhm.
Various ways to preserve dead things. One is a very, very boring encyclopedia of mid-rim funerary architecture. And on the planet Ord Snoggleblaff, they build tombs out of glass so that you might see the corpse.
I now
And on
feel
the
like we're going to go to that
of
planet now.
Blargduin, they feed their dead to a ceremonial dog, which they then shoot. You're just like, God, this sucks. I hate this book.
It's just like...
The most important thing is you find what looks like a handwritten, which in my notes is labeled hand-drawn, but that's dumb. It's a handwritten diary or notebook.
No, let's flip through this.
You see a lot of sketches for what looks like statuary and iconography, including a rough sketch which corresponds to those medallions you have. There's a skull, a sword, and a torch design.
Does the person who bought this house just have a hard-on for trap houses and weird gimmicks?
You also see a lot of sketched out chemical formulas and like herbal essence procedures. But hey, gentlemen, here's the thing. You realize there's a third book on here.
Yeah.
It's a book which is labeled something really cheesy like The Secrets of the Kyber. And parts of this book are transcribed in the notebook about kyber crystals, which go in lightsabers.
Interesting. Oh, that's
Interesting.
well. Let's take those.
Yes.
And that's it. We should not.
But yes, it does appear that the person in charge of this house definitely has a. They're definitely seem a little intellectual. There's a lot of chemistry, botany kind of notes, but also a lot of artistry and architecture.
Yeah. Guess what, Loth? We don't have books on fucking. We don't have like coded books on kyber crystals at the research base.
Yes.
I know. I'm just being a shit.
I mean,
I'm
it's
sorry.
like going into like the Spencer Mansion and then finding like a Hulu magic book, because usually those aren't like magic tomes.
Yeah, it's when you pick up that copy of the Latin Necronomicon that you're like, ooh, this is different. Versus the other bullshit occult and mythos books you can just buy, like the Golden Bough.
Yeah, go and
Everybody's got a
download the
copy of the
PDF
Golden
for the
Bough.
Necronomicon.
I don't know what that one is, so.
That's an actual real-life book of comparative mythology and stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so that's the library, and that's the end of this wing.
I wonder what that kyber book could use for. We'll figure it out later.
Well, we gotta translate it.
No, it's in basic.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's just that somebody appears to have been reading it and copying sections of it down into their notebook.
Okay. Well, second book.
The general tone is not. It's obviously not a manual on lightsaber construction because you guys kind of have a monopoly on that one. But it's got sketches of like how the different appearances of crystals, where they might show up, blah blah blah. There's some quote about the brightest stars have hearts of kyber or something.
I wonder if there's anything that's like possibly like where crystals could grow on Solo.
Oh, gotta give it a good read.
All right, so you head to the East Wing.
Whoosh.
All right. Again, you enter what was clearly some kind of like family room or living room.
Yeah, all right. Bro, I'm gonna roll the recording so we just did force
Okay.
So, it's been converted though into what looks like you want to say a workshop or a gallery?
Oh.
So there's a lot of stuff going on here. So, first of all, along like one wall, there's a big workbench covered in tools used in scrimshaw, tattooing, taxidermy, that kind of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
You even see some bits of bone and hide left. Maybe if you wanted to make some kind of primitive weapon, you could scavenge the materials from that. But that's in like one corner of the room. In the opposite corner, there's just rows and rows of costume mannequins, and various clothing and weaving supplies. Some of which include like half-made costumes on racks.
What kind of costumes?
Looks like a blend between religious and funeral wear.
Like their own clothes.
Like formal robes, various, some different takes on like a formal suit kind of thing. And just it looks like they're perfecting a look.
They're putting a lot of effort to this. If they weren't grave robbing and, drugging people, I might be contented just to leave them the fuck alone. Shit.
Oh, there's a lot of fun.
I mean,
context here. So in the back of the room, kind of, towards the rear of the house, there's a So, on a scale of statue, there is a statue that is bigger than the statues in the hall, which almost crushed you, but it is smaller than the giant robed lady with open arms statue in the foyer. But there is a large statue of a hooded figure with a skull mask and sword. And it's obviously pretty old, like it shows marks of erosion and wear and tear. In front of it, there are several blocks of stone being worked on. They look a lot like the material that the statue hall statues were made of.
Camo, you mind inspecting the statue so it doesn't fall on us, maybe?
On it. Alright, so...
It's like the small one was bad enough.
Fair.
Okay, go ahead and roll average perception. While he does that, you do also see just random tools and pieces of stuff.
I'm not rolling well today.
Carving masks and whatever. You cannot tell if this statue will fall on you. It does not fall on you while you're examining it, but you can't tell.
I'll risk myself to...
Alright, it doesn't fall. It's an actual
Okay.
antique, it's not a trap.
Okay.
Now, there are some bits and bobs that look like its original purpose, like there's a holotable in the corner, and comfortable furniture is kind of piled up around it, casual stuff. On the work tables in the back, you find a few more of those lesser demon masks in various stages of construction. The cult seems pretty bespoke. They don't really have a mass producer for this stuff.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
there's a door beyond the workshop.
Let's take that.
Yeah.
You enter into the master suite.
Oh my.
So the first half of this room was probably a private dining or meeting room beforehand, but now it's almost like a reception area. There's a literal large stone throne in the center. It's covered in various skull carvings, and there's like some low benches or like cushions for people to like sit on and have a chat. And then actually past the throne, there's an actual sleeping area. There is an archaic 4-poster bed with big, voluminous, silky hangings. There's several other plush furnishings, like there's a really comfy, if old-looking sofa in a corner. A couple of things. There's a walk-in closet off here, and it looks like there's a study door and a bathroom door. And before you guys look around too much, you do see that on the pillow of the bed there is some kind of old-fashioned mechanical key.
Well, that's just suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't recall seeing any sort of wasn't the security room dock mechanical or was it electronic? I forget.
No, it was electronic. It was modern.
Okay.
Okay. I noticed our lockpicking tools in Star Wars is like different because you like need like electrical picks.
Well, that's why it's a kit. You've got a wide variety of tools you need to solve locks. So
honestly,
I'm
fucking. I guess I'll just inspect the key on the pillow real quick to see if there's something weird wire attached to it.
Go ahead and roll probably another average perception.
Everything is booby trapped.
Oh.
Well, when things are left out, like I'm okay getting hit with a few traps to begin with, but now I'm just like, well, fuck, I'm out. Now I'm at what, like 4 wounds.
I mean, I wasn't kidding when it was literally saying everything was booby trapped.
No, not everything's booby traps.
Or
Yeah,
death
no.
trap.
All right, so I know what happens. You take two strain as you're looking around and you hear a faint beep beep beep. Yeah, there's a knockout mine armed in the bedding that you're standing right next to.
It's like stun damage, right?
No.
No, it is
Okay.
knockout mine.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, that knockout, right?
Yeah, it's a knockout mine. You'll take if it went off, you'd take 6 stun damage and would need to make a resilience check or be immobilized for like a round. But there's it's non-lethal, but there's a mine basically armed in the bedding, and if you probably like disturbed anything or got too close to pull that key, you'd set it off.
Okay.
Can I try to disarm the vine?
No. This was Kavis, everyone, all right?
Yeah.
We're gonna stand here,
Yeah.
way over here. Kavis, see that key?
Yes.
Use the force.
Okay.
I was wondering when you'd think of that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a still
just-
zero object. It's not real hard.
Oh wait, he could have done the medallion through the wire. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just going to be just straight at force dice?
Yep, roll move.
Okay.
It can't oppose you. It's a key.
Okay.
It's a
Like, honestly,
skeleton key.
Okay, so seal 0, so all I need is to activate 1 pip.
Yeah, you don't need to add any magnitude. You just need enough range to move it short.
I guess you can't be nicer. Get the mine to go off, just so we don't have to worry about it.
That would be a different thing.
Okay.
And you also don't even have to move to do that. One of you could just shoot the bed, probably. Yeah, he's got all the force points he needs.
Yeah.
You know, the force theme tinkles in the background as the key just... You now have X1 skeleton key.
Okay.
Yay!
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 All right, let's
So
go.
what would this?
Hold it over your head, Kavis. Yeah, like this.
Alright.
Now where would this go?
Well, you got a couple of exits and semi-exits to the master suite.
Okay,
Well, check out this
so
walk-in
there's
closet.
walk-in closet.
The closet is mostly bare. Mostly it's been cleaned out, but you see there's a couple of various, what looks like women's clothes in here. You see a blend between, like, there's a handful of, like, formal gowns. You see some, like, utility jumpsuits. You see some really just plain, almost like farmer's clothes. And then in the very back, there is a vanity, with a cracked mirror. This also has jewelry boxes, but they're mostly empty. Almost like somebody actually cared about this jewelry.
I wonder if that woman that was talking to us was the one that used to be here.
Evidence-wise, you don't really have anything to connect spooky voice women with this house, but that is a fairly logical conclusion.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay.
somebody was here, and she's the only person you've spoken to who seems remotely intelligent and directional to this situation.
Yeah. But,
So there's a study door, and then there's a bathroom.
sure,
Nice.
bathroom. Why the fuck not?
Alright,
Bathroom.
it's a formal bathroom. There's an honest-to-God marble bathtub. There's no, like, sonic showers or Santa steams or anything. There's an actual fucking bathtub in here.
What? Fucking decadence.
It's also remarkably clean compared to everywhere else. Like, most of these rooms either are in shambles because cultists live there and they don't really care about cleanliness, or they haven't been used in at least 2 weeks, so they're a little dusty.
Is the
God forbid the other rooms you don't, but this place is actually clean.
is the mirror a cabinet?
What?
Does the mirror open up to things?
Oh, the vanity? No, it's not a... It's got...
I'm at the bathroom mirror, but
There's no bathroom mirror.
Okay.
I never said there was a mirror. There's a cracked
I just
mirror
imaged, like,
in the vanity.
I just sorry, I'm dumb. I just
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
the marble
it's
bathtub.
like the tub with
That's
the
all
toilet.
it
No,
Yeah,
this is a very old-fashioned formal bathroom.
Yeah.
There's not a mirror in here because that's not really in like old formal housing. That's not really a thing you do in the bathroom. That's a thing you do while you dress.
Oh, okay.
'Cause nobody cares what you look like naked. But it does also in this room there is a bevy of incense and perfumes and scented oils.
Yeah. I'm totally thinking a woman was in charge here.
Like
Yeah.
all kinds of things. You know, some of them seem very very fancy pants. Others are just just got some bog standard incense. Got some like
Okay.
whatever the version of space vanilla is. Spanilla. So that only leaves the study.
Okay.
I guess
so-
she took her fucking skull-shaped floaty toy with her or something.
All right.
So,
Hey, guess what? The study is locked with a conventional lock.
hey,
Let's use
let me.
the skull key.
I will put it out on my chest.
Opens.
Well, yeah.
All right. So this room is swathed in dark curtains. Also, somebody really didn't like sunlight.
Well, it hurts.
Well, what do you know, Blindy?
I can still feel sunlight.
You can't be blinded by the light.
Yeah, I can still get sunburn.
So this room has several candelabras in it, which appear to be the primary source of light. They're not lit, but they've got candles in them that have been used. So the study is kind of a look of contrasts. So there's a few small display shelves, which are mostly empty, but have a few antique tomes or actual like scraps of scrolls in them, like some real old fashioned shit. There's an antique style writing desk in here. But then there's also next to it, there's a like computer console table, and desk, and it's got some electronic tools on it, which, you two Jedi, because you actually have them on you, recognize that this is a little kit bashed, but this looks a lot like a lightsaber maintenance kit. Like it's got all the right parts.
Okay. That's okay.
Well, it doesn't make sense because, Aramaa will hold up the plasma staff. It's like,
Could be a similar mechanic.
could be a similar mechanic. They might use similar weapons. And who knows? They're doing some weird stuff.
Yes. And they have
Now I want to put a pass it for the.
book of Secrets of the Tyrant.
They
Yeah.
might be interested in some Force related. Shoot, who knows? Some of them might be Force users themselves.
I'm not gonna be surprised if crazy cultist bitch shows up. She's got a fucking lightsaber.
A lightsaber?
Sorry, let me fix that. Several lightsabers on pikes. Or staffs, whatever the guy was using.
Anyway, so...
dual-wielding lightsaber chucks.
Oh. And they have to roll every different threat, possibly hurt herself.
Those were in the Force Unleashed, weren't they?
No. In the PC version of Battlefront 2, the original one, there was some DLC where I think Asajj Ventress, for some reason, even though she's never done that anywhere else, had like a length of cord between her two lightsabers so she could lightsaber chuck them. The Force Unleashed had lightsaber Tonfa, aka the Guard Shoto.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
Which you can actually get in this game. There's rules for Guard Shoto if you want to be a Tonfa lightsaberman.
Yeah.
And they're like, I could see how that would just cut your own arms.
No, that's why there's a parallel bar.
Yeah.
You never hit yourself with the Tonfa. You hit other people with it.
Yep.
I was worried just immediately from it, like, touching your skin from holding it.
So there's this kit.
Yep. And there's a computer console.
Alright, and the actual writing desk,
yeah,
right?
and a writing desk, which has some more crap on it.
Alright, well, let's see. Well, actually, is the computer trapped? Fuck.
It's a computer.
I'll go check what's on the computer.
Do it! I'll stand
Alright.
over here.
You push the power switch. It gives you the old enter password.
Oh, great.
Is there a password down here?
No, there is not a convenient sticky note with the password.
Time to frantically search everywhere.
Well,
How about I'll type in Kyber and see if that works. Damn it.
Well,
Name the- do the name
it's probably some death word thing.
Oh, what were they called? The Bagoran or whatever?
Bando Gora?
Bando Gora.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll try
Bandicoola
that.
rules?
It's not the
I don't think
password.
so.
No, you should probably roll some kind of computers check to computers this
Yeah,
computer.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll roll
Okay.
a computers check.
I think hacking a computer is probably like a hard to crack open a computer that's secured. So these are a very good question. I know you guys have slicer tools and stuff. Did you bring those with you?
I did not.
I don't think we would have.
I did
All right.
May I please, will you guys be fine with me flipping a light point for this?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I'll send the Destiny L. Hey, one success, but one threat.
Okay.
Okay.
You do some basic bitch like admin stuff and get it to like unlock itself. You know, you're like, hey, Control Alt safe mode reboot.
I
I
forgot
am
my
admin.
password.
Reset the password. You know, if you type in 5 zeros, 5 times the password hard resets. It's a manufacturer thing. Anyway, this takes you a while though. Like you guys may want to find something else to do. Otherwise, you're going to be standing here for probably the better part of an hour while Boots slaps random keys trying to get stuff.
Yeah,
To work.
let's
Yeah.
check the other parts of the room.
Honestly, I'll check the writing desk.
All right. So the writing desk. You see scraps of paper and translation notes from a variety of languages. A check to roll might be a xenology check to figure out what those languages are.
Xenology for languages.
Coincidentally, I believe that's the thing that Boots does, but he's busy poking a computer.
I actually don't have any points in knowledge just yet.
No, but it is a career skill for you.
It is a career skill.
I could at least try that straight.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I'll give you a boost, I guess.
So is it average or hard?
Oh, and let's use my
Further.
audio-visual translator.
That's a good one.
What does that do?
It adds 1 boost to lore or other intellect tests to translate language.
Okay. And this is what sort of check,
Average.
hard
You're
or-
basically like, hey, can I figure out what languages these are?
Okay.
Because it is a
Let's
variety.
see what
And so 2 boost. Boost.
Okay.
All right, 3 successes. So you nail it down. You pick out that some of these different segments are written in Nikto, Dathomiri, Onderonian, and Valen. There's an H in there. I'll spell it for you. And the general body of the text seems to be interested in various secret societies and associations, various secret societies or cults associated with the dark side.
Oh no.
Yeah, these reference some people who are on your bad juju wall back at the Jedi Temple. If found, please boop on snoot. Remember, the Jedi Order doesn't actually want you to murder anybody, but if you see somebody doing bad, give them a stern talking to. Maybe write them a sternly letter, and then suplex them into the ground.
We'll give them a letter telling them how angry we are.
I'm now thinking of, I can't remember his name. I'm just thinking of the FBC.
Alright, so while you guys study that and translate stuff, Boots does the computers. Alright, so it looks like somebody did the old format the hard drive trick, but they didn't get everything. And actually, in fact, they probably didn't format the hard drive. They manually deleted a lot of files, which means there's a lot of files they forgot about. You probably want to take this back to base to get it, like, super analyzed, but a cursory examination is you find a decent pool of ledger data, which appears to track the input and output of the plantation from month to month. And it includes categories like food, money, and personnel.
That's good.
Okay.
So this facility appears to be slightly research, but mostly command and control.
Okay.
So they have some kind of facility or output where they produce the product, whatever the product is. You're pretty sure it's drugs.
Drugs.
So that completes the product to sell, and that sends this facility personnel. Or rather, no, okay, I'm getting my math wrong. So they must have some place which, yes, okay, no, that's right. So they send the personnel from somewhere else to here, and they make the product somewhere else and they sell, and the money comes here. But they also have another site where they send, personnel to be trained, quote unquote. So they have some kind of other facility where they do a lot of their big recruiting or whatever.
Well,
Okay.
wait, so I'm guessing the Bexley greenhouse is where they're doing storage and drug manufacturing, which got sent to here. So they still have a...
No, remember, the greenhouse was... They did some, but that was more of like a distribution node. That's where they like smuggled in product to sell in the city, but they didn't actually make it there. This facility also appears to lack the industrial capacity to produce the death sticks.
Okay. Is there anything saying that their recruitment and manufacturing sites are on planet?
Yes, everything based on timing, everything has to be local.
God damn it.
I wonder if it's musical or something, but that's not an idea.
We do have a connection to Musical Corporation, because they've been buying, our biggest thing is they've been buying materials from Bexley Greenhouse, so it makes them sus, but you don't, actually, if they could be buying things to mask, I don't fucking know, we have to go there.
More research required.
Probably the next thing we're doing.
Well, let's see.
That would be the next one, because you have not unlocked any new plot threads yet.
Yeah. I guess we have to take this back and see if we can figure out. We need to get to the analysts and see if they can cross-reference some locations, or at least a search zone that these additional facilities in.
Yeah,
most of this is just raw numbers.
Yeah.
So they make money on the drug trade. The money comes back to here, one way or another. This place sends out the orders, and coordinates the personnel. But where it's not a factory, so they don't turn out death sticks en masse here, and they don't appear to have the size to mass indoctrinate people either. Not that you're necessarily seeing like mass indoctrination numbers, but you are definitely seeing something like, received times 24 personnel from manufacturing moved to training.
24.
Like, you'll see maybe a couple dozen at a time or more.
All right, Boots, take that hard drive, or Star Wars equivalent of a hard drive.
The data tapes.
Onto the floppy disk they go.
All right. So, I mean, you don't have, nobody has computers. How caveman you want to be? Like, is this some Zoolander shit? The plans are inside the computer.
I'll just... Can I just, unplug the terminal, just take it, put it in the truck?
No, it's a desk. We don't have desktops, it is a desk. The question is, are you going to use your combat knife to, pull out the screws, or is it just going to reach in there and yank the tapes out?
I'll use my combat knife to pull out the screws.
All right, you unscrew it and you just slide it out. All right, you have a hard drive.
What? Oh, right.
It's the Zoolander scene.
Yeah, I watched that movie.
Inside the computer.
Okay, yeah. So Boots will just take some time to unscrew it with his knife, and then just be like, "I'll be moving this to the truck," before joining back up with the group.
All right. So there's only one more place to investigate. Because back on the balcony, there's another flight of stairs that goes up to the cupola.
That's good for you.
All right.
Son, the cage. And with its son, the cage.
The cupola area has another conventional lock.
Key?
It is Skeleton QK.
Well, I mean, yeah, again, that's the thing about the weird analog future past. You know, much like the real past, you aren't necessarily having a machine, turn out factory-made keys. So, one key, all doors.
Yeah.
Presumably, the skeleton key system was how all the doors in this house used to be. But when this got refurbished a couple years back, they, put in new electronic locks in some doors. And then tied them all to a central circuit, which is a little weird, but whatever. You're not the boss of this place. Or are you? Anyway, the cupola. You pop it open, and you enter a large rotunda room, which looks like a combination between a pharmacy and an alchemy lab. There's rows on the wall of specimen containers filled with plants, insects, fungi, and a shelf. There's hanging baskets which contain flowers, mosses, vines. There are actually some windows here that are uncovered. They do have security bars. Along one of the sides of the room, close to the walls, there's a workbench which contains a variety of chemistry equipment: hot plates, crucibles, distilleries, centrifuge, thermometers, beakers, and flasks. It resembles a little bit of like the stuff you saw in Dr. Gravanic's lab setup, though not quite as sophisticated. All around the room, you see data pads and data cards scattered around.
Looks like I'm really gonna go and pick up computers at some point.
And on another table set, there is there's like a shelf with a row of flimsiplastic books on common poisons and venoms. Next to which there is a synthesizer which appears to be producing, well, if you had to guess, it's probably based on what's going into it, the racking venom. But based on the supplies on the table, one of you could kit bash together an antidote set if you wanted to.
I think we're fine. Unless someone really wants an antidote set.
Hey, free stuff. It's on you.
I'm alright for now.
So, do you care about the data pads and data cards at all?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be taking those.
Alright, you guys just pick up random scattered shit and start reading it. It's very eclectic. You get topics like advanced organic chemistry and xenobiology, to psychology and anthropology, to just basic shit like old holo recordings of fashion shows, space makeup tutorials, self-defense classes,
Space makeup tutorials.
No, they're a death cult and they're trying to be fucking edgy. They were literally making their own costumes. No, this totally checks out.
Yes.
So, if you haven't got this big brain conclusion, there's no need to roll for it. You get the impression, especially since she rambled to you about recovering lost secrets, these guys had some kind of informational problem in the not too distant past. So she's trying to get back their former fucking glory. Yes, she's trying to rebuild or reorganize this thing, which means they're starting from scratch on some stuff.
Yeah.
We need the ceremonial paints. How do we do that again? Wait,
YouTube?
Let's look up tutorials. Yes,
I mean, exactly. That's what you do when you're rebuilding from nothing. Or at least from a significant reduction.
Yeah.
So today on my fashion tutorial
It's
blog, I'm showing you how to make a cultic robe.
Running a narco-death cult is a bad idea for institutional memory, because everybody's fucking high and doesn't know Ritual A from Ritual B. They just do the stuff you tell them because they're fucking high.
And the ones that aren't high are too obsessed with killing people.
Or they're dead. Maybe they died.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody killed all of them. Who knows? You guys haven't actually... That would be a good downtime thing to do maybe after this, is to actually like try and grab somebody and be like, hey, the fuck is a Bando Gora?
That's like, Did they all get purged for being assholes and death possessed?
Sit them
That's
down
possible.
in the interrogation room.
The Jedi that would
go
definitely
in,
be a
like,
thing for the Jedi to look up, is like, hey, did these guys go crazy sometime recently and we had to like stab them all?
Was there like some kind
you
of
guys do
purge?
occasionally do that. Occasionally there'll be a weird cult or a group who will start causing trouble in your neighborhood, and usually the Jedi are like, hey, dog, calm down. But if they don't calm down, that's usually like, okay, well, lightsabers at dawn. And then they all die, except for like 2 guys, and they go underground, and then in like 5 years, they're all going to come back for some asshole reason, and, you know.
It's like a Japanese course.
It's like the Sand People.
But okay, so that's the things. All right, so there's a table in the room. It's got several bullet points worth of things on it.
Oh no!
First, there is a sheaf of handwritten notes, like not like a book, not like a notebook style, but rows of flimsy plastic that is handwritten that's been kind of, you know, space stapled together. So who wants? Only one of you can read this at a time. Who wants to read?
Yeah, all read it.
Okay.
God damn it, Lucky.
Yeah. Hey, if I could, that would be a whole different thing. Is you know,
that's more like
Sith
some
space
ancient Night
dumpsters.
Sister ghost. Ancient Night Sister ghost or something.
Space dumpsters.
Oh, yeah. I'll read
Listen,
There's garbage planet.
no, what was that? That was the thing for Tor. Was the Rakata mind trap or whatever, where raid bosses would occasionally pop out of them.
Right.
Well, Savis is fun, guys.
No.
Anyway, so the sheaf of notes. So, because you guys already examined some stuff. I think I gave you guys the list of the Bando Gora. Yeah, because you completely analyzed everything. So the first is basically, it describes what looks like a trial and error process to recreate their living death serum, which you guys are familiar with. That's the drug stuff that's, you know, the hypnotic post-suggestion and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It erodes your willpower, turns you into a walking corpse. Serpent in the rainbow type shit. Then into blending it into the death sticks, and then cataloging their effects in both simulations and live trials. Oh. So basically this is somebody started from a point of, it looks kind of like they had some samples of the living death serum they were trying to replicate, and then eventually the whole process of replicating it, and then like, okay, how do we put this in death sticks? And then what does that do? What's our blend on this? You feature some samples of some kind of cult cipher. Not enough to, like, do a translation, but it looks like you could probably use these maybe to base some notes off of later. You see lots of notes which reference a Dr. G, who is consistently referred to as helpful but naive.
There's them.
Gravanek.
Oh, poor Gravanek.
Who was probably super bored and really, really wanted to talk about chemistry.
You guys like chemistry, right? No.
And then after all that, it moves on to a discussion of how to combine effects with enhancement, discussing various other substances like spices and steroids. Like, hey, can we put living death serum in Gunjack spice and get swole cultists? Oh no.
Oh, let's
Swole
make sure that data's gone.
And then it goes into new trials on live creatures. Experimenting to see if it works. Mm-hmm. This includes lists of exotic species, several of which have been crossed out, but remaining on this list includes both native species of the shadow snake and the soyvern, but also exotic off-world species such as the rancor, the Tarantan Tatek, there's a third T in there technically, that always throws me off, the Tarantatek, the werewolf, and the hydra, and then also somebody appears to have poorly scratched out Crate Dragon and Exogorth. You hope they scratched that out because they decided that would be dumb.
I'm still concerned that they got it into a Rancor.
A Rancor?
Well, that's it's kind of like a wish list, right? Like, it's like, we need to do some tests.
This is what I want our secret Resident Evil basement to be full of.
Oh, yes, the Tarantartek. Oh, fuck that thing.
What is the Tarantartek? Hang on. I gotta look that up.
Oh, they're a fuckboy and a half.
Tarantartek Wiki. Oh, they're like Rancors, but fucking spiny. Great.
They're smaller than that, yeah, but they, they're spooky. I love that JoJo gif you posted, Lucky. Something's off! As a guy turns into a guy in the background.
Well, yeah, that's what this whole fucking mansion is just like.
Oh, yeah. But, Omega, it's funny you mentioned Belsavis earlier, because I was planning on running my own Star Wars RPG on that planet at some point.
Belsavis is fun.
The prisoner runner or something?
It's got some stupid shit.
But yeah, so there's some native species, and then they're also like, it's basically like a shopping list, like, hey, can somebody pick me up some bread, some milk, some eggs, some breaded eggs, And give me a rancor or two down here.
A slaver doesn't come up for me.
But that's because those are the first two are natives.
Yeah.
The Shadow Snake and the Swaverin. So I made those up, obviously.
Okay.
And obviously, in case you don't know, Exegorth is a space worm, so that would be impractical.
Is that the thing that is that the thing
That's
that
the thing from
almost
Empire
ate-
Strikes Back, yeah.
Yeah, that almost ate the Falcon. Okay.
Okay.
That would not
Okay.
work.
Why would you do that? Why would you think that? No. Not to mention, you probably need an extremely big dosage. What the fuck?
Yes.
Again, you get the idea. There's a lot of trial and error in this cult. It's crossed out, so somebody was like, "Yeah, an Exegorth, that'll be sweet," and like 2 days later was like, "No, that's a dumb idea. That's not gonna work."
Why was I thinking?
Yeah.
I gotta stop drinking and working.
I gotta stop being
I mean-
high while I think of ideas.
Wait,
So also
what
on
I-
this
what I-
this table is a small
That
hollow
person
album.
suddenly got killed as they remembered, wait, when have I not been high?
A hollow album. You flick through it. It contains numerous reference images, which, based on what you can say, look like the cemetery moon coma. It includes small-scale images like close-ups of statues, stained glass, etc., as well as larger-scale pictures of mortuary temples, mausoleums, whole necropolises, and massive citadels. Because, in case you forgot, Colma is literally pole-to-pole cemeteries and is covered with graves in various forms.
The more I see those, it's like this girl just did not get out of her fucking goth phase and teenager, and it just took a horrible, horrible turn.
And then at the end of this album, there is a relatively up-to-date map of Soholiv and its population centers and a few dozen other points of interest. This, with
when
your
there's a-
ledger thing, you probably want to cross-reference, and you can find new plot points.
And then
Cool.
maybe if there's any, like, information that's normal on our map.
Alright, so we're gonna take this hollow. We're gonna take this hollow album. We're gonna take computer.
Yes.
We're gonna take books.
Yes.
We're gonna pack it all up.
And the final
Let's
thing
do-
on the desk is the torch medallion, of course.
Hey, take it. 'Cause why not?
Well, now you can open up that dumb statue door anytime you like, so you don't have to keep going all the way around to the friggin' cellar.
Okay.
But all right,
We should-
and that's
I
it. You
still think we
basically
should-
cleared the house.
Cool.
I still think we should probably call some people over just to, like, clear it out. Okay.
Like I
yeah,
said,
no,
we
we're
gotta
gonna
clean up.
do a full investigation. We're just taking the most
This is
important.
just like, hey, we opened up all the rooms. What do we find? Anything shiny?
Yeah.
yeah, we found a shiny wire that cut the fuck out of me.
The wire was not shiny. Was the problem?
Oh yeah, it's not. Well, yeah, it's shiny now with my blood.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, so let's take this all down. Let's go pack up with Sode. I'm starting to feel bad for Barry though.
I wonder if we should, like, take it with us or something.
Oh, let's ask or her.
Them.
I'm gonna stay in the back
F3.
because I think it's gonna start mocking me if I try to talk to it.
All right, you go to talk to the agromech. What do you say?
I'm just gonna be like, hey, Barry, no one's here anymore. There's gonna be like nothing for you to do. Why don't you come with us? We'll give you something to do, but eloquently.
At the science base.
What's charm opposed by?
I think it's
What
cool.
is charm? I want to say cool, yeah.
All right, roll a charm test versus 2 red.
It's a very quickly spend a light point.
Charm is one of the things I'm actually good at, so
Double despair. You explode.
I will spend a strength for congenial, though.
You accidentally magic trip one of his hardwire failures, and he just self-destructs.
Yeah.
Charm is opposed
Aw,
by cool.
And droids are immune to force powers, if I remember correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So that means you can't get your.
Can't get my blues, and I can't get, but I still got.
Oh. Ooh.
Hmm.
Succeed,
Still
but
succeed, but
It is in there.
does he, like, hurt you and then go with you?
No, well, let them make it decide.
Yeah, you succeeded. So just outright punishment is not a good idea, but you got to despair.
He must have. My first mention is he has a condition or something.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it kind of beeple booples back to you. And it's kind of like, what's it? Yeah, it's probably like, okay, I'll roll with you, Copper, but I'm gonna need you to take. He points to one of the oil baths. I need that to come with me. That's my oil bath, and no restraining bolt. Fairy is his own manager.
His own droid.
No, it's basically you. Like he's like okay, let's contract negotiate right now.
All right.
I get 1 day off a week for oil baths. I don't need you to pay me, but I do require a maintenance budget. No restraining bolt, and also you can't there's some vague clauses about, and also you can't complain about certain things.
I wonder if we can just have him like run the stables once we build them.
You might like it. You know?
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to point at Boots, be like, and he hasn't been able to carry my oil like bath at that.
No, he's not that rude. But he's like, there'll be it's probably more like, and Ferry will get his manages his own modifications and maintenance. There's no there will be no other modifications or stepping down. So you gonna like try and double down on the negotiate, or are you okay? Just taking him as is.
I'm going to keep some eye on him later, because okay.
It's not like if we don't get the claim, but he needs to maintain a certain level of work and certain level of work standards, and he can't complain about the duties we give him.
It's like, okay, deal. Pops out a tiny droid hand to shake.
No shake.
All right. Okay, I'm just gonna post those real quick.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
No, this is why it was like the fair. Fiber side.
What the hell is this guy? Oh, he's got astrogation at least.
Well, yeah, he's an astromech droid. So yeah, his legs extend and he stands up and he's got fucking arms and legs, guys. And he walks around, he's like clonk clonk clonk. Like
he's a literally Death Reaper. What the actual fuck?
Okay, cool. We recruited him.
What is that first weapon? Jesus Christ!
Viper scythe.
What the hell?
I was picturing something like R2-D2, but now that it's like
he was R2-D2 like ish.
No, he's been modified.
Yeah.
Yes.
No wonder why he's like, I'll look after myself, and we're like,
look,
I'll look after my own
ability is literally called incognito.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I'm happy that Marth gave us that thing to know that we just didn't like bother it at all, because it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we gotta fucking uninstall this fucking oil bath, because Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh so it's like that setup from the Mandalorian, only weaponized.
Hey, yeah. It's that thing, yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember that, actually.
I forgot about that.
Very weird.
It was weird.
Was it like shown for like, how long was it shown? I don't remember it.
It was a big thing in like the final episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't remember it then.
Yeah, but yeah, so
that's what it was. I think I just remember it as a different droid.
Yeah, it was a gondola ferryman, but it's an astromech with arms and legs. Like it looks like an astromech, but then it stood up, and so ferryman's like bloop, bloop.
That's
and yes, he's got a lot of installments, some of which might be illegal or something. Because technically, you're not supposed to mix combat programming with like a non-combat droid, but whatever, dude.
Hey, well, I guess one of the duties he's gonna get is fucking guard. Fuck.
Oh no, he's good at that. He's got his own collapsing vibro scythe packed in there. And he's got a fog machine.
Yeah, he's got a fog machine.
He's got a smoke
and a shock prod.
I mean, I guess it's for like cutting the like crops and cattle.
And he's got built-in repair tools and a comm link.
No, Scomp that's a computer plugin. Those are pretty normal in Astromechs. But as you can see, he is Melee 3 Brawn 4.
Yep.
With his robot hands.
God, he's scary.
Oh my god.
And his spring-like limbs, once per run as an incidental, engage or disengage with any target at short range, or move to any location in short range vertically.
Mega, you make really scary droids.
This is a very scary fucker.
Yes.
I'm happy that we made okay terms with him.
No.
I feel like he's more threatening than the guy we fought in the basement.
Probably.
That guy had like breach 1.
Yeah, the guy had better weaponing, but yeah.
And had his total damage was like 8. The Vibro Scythe is like a +2, but it's, crit 2, defensive 2, pierce 3, vicious 2.
That's a really good weapon, but damn.
Yeah, let's just now knowing that this thing is utterly terrifying, Boots, Camo, would you mind unhooking Mr. Fairy, packing up his shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a solid 1 in coercion.
Okay, Camo, this is not a statue. We should be able to do this properly this time.
Yeah, we should.
It's fine. There's no check. It's just you guys. It's got a little.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that in character.
You drain it back into the drum. You pack it up. All right. That's really mostly everything here. So.
So take us back.
Yes.
he kind of gives the droid the side eye, and he's like, "There's something not right by that droid."
As it's standing on two legs.
I guess we can make it where he's now basically the guardian of the stables. Like he can.
Well, we gotta build stables first,
Yeah.
Yes.
or we gotta. Well,
I mean,
maybe-
hey,
I don't want to.
he's an independent droid with independent programming, and he's an agromech. You could be like, "Hey, Ferry, build me some stables." He's got mechanics too.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
Also, he is an agromech droid. He could help with some of the agricultural stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Well, yeah. So
he's
you can see
probably
his setup.
supposed to
You
be
can see his
feisty.
skill set up there. He's astrogation 2, computers 3, mechanics 2, pilot planetary 3. Those are his normal ass skills, and then also he's had some extra modifications.
Well, at least we have a great bird.
I wonder who in
No.
the cult was good at the mechanics to modify him out.
Who knows? No, actually, don't you remember he said he does his modifications himself? So what the fuck?
I wonder who.
I
pulled
mean, he's
out
got
the cult
mechanics
then.
too. It's if you had to guess, it's probably a joint effort. Like he was probably supplied. Somebody in there's got like toolkit and computers and stuff. Somebody's very technically minded.
It's John Doe.
It is definitely not. That guy is bad at everything that is not murder kill.
Okay.
Stealthman murder kill was his entire stat line.
He was just a cult assassin.
All right, so let's go back. We got a bunch of bodies that we need to do something with.
Yeah.
I think
Man,
we
if
should probably
only you
call
had
base.
built those rehab hospitals.
I couldn't get the fun. Actually, no, wait. I tried going through our guys. Maybe I'll put it on.
I mean, this is a different reasoning, so I guess you could try.
Well,
again.
actually, what we could try to do is because we helped the governor of the nearby town, we could say, "Hey, can you take care of these people for us? Like, not take care, get rid of, but actually take care of them."
You're kind of forgetting what kind of town this place
not
is.
big enough.
I was hoping that we could just call in a favor, but okay.
Just it's like 16 people, 18 people.
It's not. Well, no, we have 18 people, but it's like. To actually write it down.
I meant
like, how big it is.
450 population.
Yeah, it's not a place. They don't have big fancy. They have literally their doctor was literally they had a fucking alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I forgot about that part.
Herbalist. Where did you come from? How did you get here? What do you know? Ferry, interrogate her.
We could. It's like, Barry, get her.
Oh my god, can we just make?
He's got coercion 1. He could do it.
Wait.
He's our interrogation droid.
Wait, I have an idea. Can we have Barry just be our companion now?
Well, that's
what
what
you
droid
do when you
is.
steal a droid. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay. We have him as our computer guy.
He's
like-
our oh fuck. what's
Actually,
that droid
yeah, he
name?
could do computers for us.
We could. I honestly, I think we could maybe just build a relationship with him, and then maybe we could have him be part of the party.
I mean, he's a droid. The duty is hang out with the fucking party as we go do shit. That's his job.
Sure. We also could hide shit in him too.
Hey, Ferryman.
I don't know.
Slice that
Fucking Barry,
guy
Barry's
up.
probably be like, "Don't touch me."
Okay.
Smack.
Hey, Ferry,
Yeah, he's got
slice that guy
hands.
up.
But actually, yeah, no. If we keep him around for fucking computers, you could just like, it's like, hey,
right.
Ferry, do you want to do some breach and entry? And Ferry be like, "Fuck yeah."
He'll be our chopper. I had to relook
Yes,
up
it
the
is
character's
literally
name.
in my notes. So he's armed with defensive system and weapons that act as a pilot and security guard. Because of his illegal combat programming, he has a combative attitude and bad manners with a tendency to resort to violence.
Oh no! He'll be our HK-47.
I mean,
You
we can
should.
make it work.
He doesn't have any ranged light right now, but you probably should not give him a gun.
Yeah, we're not.
What do you mean I can't shoot everyone here?
So
Just like, hey, Ferry, go ask that guy something. And Ferry's just like, clomp, punches him in the kneecap. Ah, my knee. Keep your
My
money, bitch.
leg!
well, I'm just thinking, our new murder droid aside, I'm just trying to think of what we're gonna do with him because
Maybe,
we gotta think through, like, before we process them, we gotta get through some fucking rehab.
yeah.
Save their minds at all.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can socially help the droid get more
I
control.
mean, you can probably try to legit. So on the cultist angle, these people have some very, very serious, physical side effects, mental side effects. They're probably permanently hospitalized. Like,
Son of a bitch.
you might be able to get them out of being crazy and violent, but these
There's always gonna
people,
be
the people here are too probably have been dosed too much to actually get them to go back to being functional outside.
Oh,
Shit.
So
okay.
yeah, they've been burnt out then, basically.
These, if you had to guess, these people were probably fairly hardcore indoctrinated. Like, they were here at this place, which is their base for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if nothing else, we'll see.
Because you do know that you do know that people on initial doses for sure are pretty. You just wean them off the death stick part, and they go back to whatever passes for normal fairly quickly. Even those guys who were basically in a zombie-like state, they still weren't super. Like, they hadn't started to get many physical side effects. They're probably going to recover in a few months and just, deprogram. These guys have been doing this for months, years, with combining narcotics with indoctrination and God knows what else is going on here. So, like, deprogramming them will be a task. Honestly, it would probably be better to, I don't know, like, figure out a place to ship them off world.
That's what I was actually
like a Jedi hospital or something, and be like, hey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like some fucking nice little Jedi world where they try to rehabilitate people nicely and give them basic things to do. Yeah, we'll send them there.
And using like force healing into the brain might
trigger like there's plenty of Jedi mission houses and hospitals and whatever out there, and be like, hey, we've got Jedi healers. You got a whole medical corps, so they need stuff to do, and they need.
We can't deal with them here. Is the thing.
Yes, not without building a special facility.
And I've already flummoxed that once, and so I think I need some additional pull.
Into space you go.
Yep.
You might be able to, with your studies, because now you have the chemical formula process for the living death serum. You might be able to, that could be a future thing if you want to like prep for it, you might be able to whip up some counter agents or antidotes, like some the thing about it is that it sets in and it's like a lot of psychological damage long term, so these guys are basically, they don't even have to be high to be zombified, as it were.
Well, as I said, we have...
For earlier stages of the indoctrination, you might be able to whip up a counter agent and, like, whatever you decide you want to do with that, whether you want to, like, you find their base, you want to just, get some fucking fire, some fire helicopters and just douse them in D-drug, or build anti-drug guns, whatever.
I mean, we have fucking...
Anti-drug needlers.
Well, those are a little painful, but yes, you could...
those are a little painful.
You could, especially because you have a couple medics, you could probably whip up a full-blown generic counter-chemistry and be like, hey, we're gonna suck the high right out of you.
Well, I'm personally, I'm not against combat, because if they're trying to fucking, slap the living fuck out of me, I'm just gonna fucking shoot them. I'm gonna shoot them with the heat.
What we'll do is, because they're using pocket ashes, we'll do the opposite. We'll just have pocket medicine, blow that in their faces.
But anyway, so yeah, we'll give this
sand.
We'll just give this to what's her name, Aaliyah Vuull. She's our head of the Jedi Medical. She's actually the one who developed our death stick test kits and the narcotics med pack.
Yeah, now that you've got her, if you hand her those notes you've got, she'll basically be like, yes, now I understand this chemical formula. Let me just run something together that'll do, like, they're usually a little expensive in real life, but you can make chemicals which will block all those receptors up, but not get you high. So you can basically you can make some instant sober juice, which at the very least will probably neutralize some people, if not actually get them to go like, whoa, holy shit, am I coming down right now? What's going on? So that might work for mass pacification rather than, because if you figure there's probably a cultist hideout somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's probably a little more fortified and a little less death trappy than this, if you had to guess. Mm-hmm. So unless you guys want to go all fucking Waco clones with miniguns mowing down waves of cultists, which you can do, and may happen anyway, depending on what your rolls are like, obviously, in the future, if shit goes crazy, Clones are still organic, so they follow orders, but clones also will not also on a logistics path, saving a couple of cultists so that they can go to rehab and wear nice white straitjackets is not worth killing a couple of clones, obviously. But
fair.
You could do, like I said, and basically shock drop and mass incapacitate some of these cultists without having to fight them all and just fight the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be more efficient.
We'll just get canisters of it and just pump it through their fucking air filters. Just go to sleep.
You're like, hey, didn't we steal some dioxin gas bombs? What if we slurped out all the Dioxis out of him and replaced it with anti-cult goo?
That sounds great.
What if we make some kind of gas grenade, but the gas is like this the thing that...
Well, yeah, you can actually... That's an actual stat line for gas grenades.
Yes.
Yeah, but
That
like,
would probably be mission equipment for this thing, would be like loading you guys up with some free gas grenades loaded with whatever we decide to call this stuff.
Mm.
It's the reverse of
alright.
the living death serum, so I don't know.
The dead living serum.
Oh.
You know, the eternal peace solution, or
Oh, God.
No, breath of life.
yeah, sure. So yeah, you're gonna if when this inevitably, because this will totally turn into after you guys lock in a couple of other leads, this will totally turn into another major plot hook of cult busting. You're pretty close to the end of the what I can do with the Bando Gora thing.
Cool.
So that'll be big conclusion. But yeah, you'll
man.
definitely get some breath of life grenades.
I can't wait to see the cultist lady in person so Boots can sass her some more.
Oh, bad. Hold on. Is that a GIF on Giphy?
What?
If I find it, you'll know.
Oh, good. Spitting hot fire.
Oops. I accidentally referred my GIF. Anyway, we can continue while I search for this GIF. But yeah, so that's one thing you can do.
And so, yeah, we're gonna go home. Cool. We're gonna unload. I'm gonna fill out some paperwork. Please send 18X highly drugged people to place. Let us strap them
I'm
down
back.
to beds and just wheel them out.
Okay, so we're just curing? Oh, yeah.
For what?
I've just got back. I'm just carrying people out.
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, we've discovered that, like, we don't have the facilities or the resources or the funding to deal with all these cultist prisoners ourselves, so we are going to, hand wave it and send them off world to a place where they can get, quote unquote help.
Okay.
And now that we have wow. And now that we have, the actual chemical composition of the living death, we can make a counter agent, which we're going to call the Breath of Life, and we'll probably use it in our big raid on their compound or something.
Door kicking. FBI, open up.
For public inspection.
Bust on through.
I think I still have that image. Let's see.
Anyway, yeah. So okay, that's the next thing. The house. So you're just gonna like, well, I guess there's so. What's your policy or your orders, whatever, on this thing? Like, is this like burn it to the ground? You know, tear it apart. I want those plans found, kind of thing, or just like, hey, just sweep and clean. You know, what's your?
Well, let's sweep and clean for one. I don't know what we're gonna do with the land. I guess we'll seize it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty appropriate, legally speaking.
I don't know.
Like destroying it doesn't really do us anything.
Does anyone want to
feel better?
We could destroy them downstairs.
We can open up a second business if you guys wanted.
I mean, you really want to. It's like kind of the middle of nowhere.
Homestead.
That's
We're
actually a lot
farmers
more
now.
work than you think it is.
I mean, we can have other employees take care of it. Fuck. But no, I'm happy.
Not.
I'm not taking it.
But well, let's just see if we can convince. Fuck, we'll put it up for auction, I guess. Fuck.
Well, yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say. Is probably gonna
Yeah.
happen if you leave it alone. If you're just like, you know, you just get probably some, you know, MPs or whatever, but you get some military personnel. They're like, all right, tag and bag.
We'll take up everything.
They'll tag and bag everything that's evidence, and everything else will be like, well, we've seized these assets. We're just gonna put it on the market and auction it off, and put the funds in our coffer.
Yeah, I mean, only thing we can do.
You could just give us like a return on that, like
No,
If you want money, you should take the corpse jewelry. That's what it's there for. That's why it has a value.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you want corpse jewelry, X?
You do have those cars you could take. You could probably refurbish and sell if you want to, or you could they'll be added to the auction. The auction is probably more of a narrative benefit, like, you know, Aramaa doesn't have to constantly go to her next budget meeting because you did a governmental auction of a whole plantation full of crap.
Yeah.
I would like to take the corpse jewelry, but if I'm basically being stared down emotionally by my other team, I'm just not.
Well, okay, that's a very good question. Why does your character take the corpse jewelry? Because you're not a murder hobo. Why do you want corpse jewelry?
Yeah, why are you taking the corpse jewelry?
I was not thinking of it as a player, but fair.
Never
Like I
think of
said,
yourself
we
as a
have-
player. Think of yourself only as the character. You are
We have
Camo
to
right
get-
now.
We have, like I said, we have 10K in spare funds that we're holding on to for emergencies. What do you want that you need money right now for?
I can wait.
You didn't answer the question, Axe.
I was looking at like optical camouflage, but that's way down.
It's very expensive.
It is very expensive.
And technically, it's true. You don't get to your very expensive purchases if you don't make a few money occasionally. But hey, it's the moral quandary.
Also, like, you forget, we do have, like, spare things to sell. Like, we still have,
You got a lot
like...
of crap to sell too.
Yeah,
There's a decent spread of loot here.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need to pick up... We
Yeah.
got... What was it? 3 needlers? Also?
3 or
per
4.
each person.
It was, I believe, it was like 4.
3
Well,
riot shields.
That was the spares per person. There was a needler on every guy. So
Yeah,
Oh,
but we got
right.
6 needlers with Rancor, but I was talking about the riot shields, truncheon, and...
it's 4 spare needlers, 3 riot shields, 1 truncheon.
Okay.
Because apparently they really hated those truncheons.
Or maybe they just actually used them or something.
They went somewhere else. Yeah, no, that didn't. Well, I mean, you turned it around pretty funnily by
So Marth didn't
raiding
say
his
the
base.
wanted posters part.
What?
He didn't say the wanted. He just said the 100K part, and then it's like, oh, okay, there we go.
You got big
Yeah,
bounties.
no.
That's okay. They made a lot of money when they invaded his fortress base and blew it the fuck up.
Okay.
Mayhem Squad.
Is that what you're saying? Were they just like attack? Were they?
And
just
that's
like,
and we
Yes.
slid down
Compared
on
to
one of those,
compared to Aramaa, Taket was a much more enthusiastic and almost spastic character. Like he was emotionally chipper all the time and would ping pong between Dooku and blowing stuff up very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We literally stole one of the hut sleds and outran a fucking avalanche.
Yes, because you blew up his mountain fortress a lot. Very much
A
blew it
lot.
up.
So, I know.
Like,
when you say
escape
you
the
blew it up a
explosion.
lot, when you say you blew it up a lot,
Was
I'm
there
just
a mountain
picturing it going back periodically to keep blowing it up.
No, it was just the once, but it was a big boom.
was there a mountain left?
Kinda.
That's
I
quite
believe we were chasing the sled thing too. We actually had to fight.
Like, oh god, our Rebels game was cinematic as fuck most of the
Like, I
time.
think you literally were being chased by guys on, like, skiffs with guns, shooting at you, while Taket held the detonator and was like, do you want to blow it up now? Yes.
We'll never reach that in Clone Wars because, again, we're also like part of a whole thing.
Well, I said we're playing
yeah.
much. Well, I said this was Rebels where we're like we have no supplies and we got to get
Take everything.
We got to take everything.
Yes,
So,
the rebellion, the Age of Rebellion, mostly. Sorry, I yawned. We're gonna wrap up after here because I'm getting sleepy.
Okay.
But the Age of Rebellion game was definitely a okay, we own literally nothing. We have no income. What do we do?
Take the corpse jewelry.
No, Taket probably would have felt bad about corpse jewelry, but he would have just punched somebody else to steal their jewelry. He would have found an Imperial with jewelry and stolen that and sold it.
To me,
Most
it's
of our
like
income-
we
whatever.
all
probably
of our
got the
income was
corpse
from
jewelry
literally like we were actually pirates. We would actually go and hit Imperial targets, like Jake and Jessen, and then go auction off their fucking ship and it's like some black market somewhere.
Yeah, we used elements from all game lines, but you guys were very heavily. You guys didn't really engage in like terrorism or anything that made the Rebel Alliance mad at you, but you definitely were not quote unquote good guys for the most part.
No.
Basically, most like rebel tax squads.
Like it was mostly thefts, sabotage. Yeah. You guys would also occasionally literally run heists and con jobs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I actually we could probably put the corpse jewelry towards like funding the repairs of the place and everything. So.
No,
No,
Probably
it's
not
probably
us,
going to
but,
be
like,
tagged as
everything.
evidence, and if it can, it'll be
Fair.
returned to somebody, and if not,
Yeah.
it'll sit in evidence locker forever because bureaucracy, but whatever.
Fair.
Right.
And then some rebels can steal it later on, like years later.
maybe. Like I said, no. If we need cash, we have stuff to sell.
Yeah. Okay. I was just.
Yeah, that'll probably be something you'll think about next time, because the only real, other than, rotating to my next set of plot hooks, the only other thing in the notes is to investigate the Muscal Corporation, because you know that they're involved in some shady business.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, probably time for us to go punch some droids.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that will be the end of the current run of plot hooks, so it'll be time to cycle some new ones out.
No.
which will include more on the droid war front and other things.
Yeah.
I've gone. I will probably then. I'm gonna get cleric over for the next time.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so all right, let's call it there. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
XP.
All right. XP's.
Perfect.
I'm fine with 5 for today, but I'm not sure about everyone
I don't know,
else.
I
No,
feel
it's,
really
it's a
low.
little more than 5.
Okay.
Because you guys, between the 2 floors, you guys overcame several traps and investigatory bits, so that's at least 10. And I think I want to give you 5 because technically you handled Ferry. Like, you recruited him rather than got rid of him, so that you solved that one rather than leave it unsolved. So that's 15
And then-
base.
The
Yeah,
problem
like
is,
that-
you gave us a cool astromech droid, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna adopt that. That's ours now.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's
But also,
the
you
thing-
guys weren't... Explicitly, you guys weren't assholes to him and didn't try to fuck with any of his shit or sneak around, so... There was no reason for him to go like, well, I'm going to stab you with my scythe now.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's why we didn't drop the power because it's probably gonna get angry and then like
Like,
oh wait, Marth's quick.
The funny thing is, like, what was it? We tried to get in, and it's like I accidentally walked into him. I was like, oh wait, no, it's just an agromech droid. It's all good.
Don't
It
bother.
was not all good.
Well, he was argumentative to you, but you were just like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just
It's a
it's
droid
just a
without
dumb
a bolt.
robot.
It's just an agromech droid. Why would I want to fuck with that? Yeah, and no motivations at proc, I'm guessing.
Probably not for me either.
I guess failing to sabotage wires did not do anything. The mission does. Yeah, we just did stuff.
I think we all agreed though that this was just a cleanup op though.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean up.
Like I said, you did it in the other order. You decided to solve the boss problem first rather than go through all the shenanigans.
I was looking forward to seeing what kind of shit Omega had put up, and I'm like, yeah, no, like these razor wires and the fucking
The
Shit.
thing that legit surprised me the most was the flamethrower.
the
Yeah.
the fireplace.
That's here.
That one got.
I
That
almost-
was like the only one that I was all like. That was the
What?
only one I did not see coming.
I almost said Chippy, but yeah.
So 15 in the end. Okay.
Did you give you some stuff for the next time? I'll have to play it out. Sorry, yawning. I told you I'm sleepy.
I might say that.
You're making me yawn. I'm trying to hold it in each time you yawn.
What is like? We did go a little bit. Well, we got a little bit delayed waiting for stuff to cycle. Because I'm stuff. But it is about 9 o'clock. I need to eat some dinner, so I'm sleepy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's call it here. We don't have to be too hard about things.
All right, so you guys figured your XP. And next time we'll hit Muscal. Well, maybe not hit,
Yeah.
but we'll poke.
Oh yeah, conflict roll now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
do,
right.
do your
Oh yes,
conflicts.
you guys did some dark side stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't change.
So,
How
I
much
think
conflict
I
do
go
you have?
down. Let me
2?
see here. I think so. Yeah.
I reset the Destiny pool.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. So I'm at solid 70. Nice.
All right, which technically the threshold is 71. So.
Perfect.
All right. I'm going to cut the recording here. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Okay, bye.
Bye.